Johnny is looking at us like, oh, none of this is making the episode.
You gotta cut it all. It's all cut.
And here we go.
You want to be like? Sensitivity equals fucking poverty.
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Check it out, homie.
Everyone, welcome to episode 148 of Insensitive Culture. As always, you know me.
What's up, what?
You know the guy over here.
And that fool Blazer, Ramon.
On the other end is... And we are...
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Make sure you check it out, homie.
Check it out, check it out, check it out.
For those of you who are just joining us, right? You're a new listener on this show. Every week we talk about how, you know, we're patiently waiting for our co-host Johnny, who's in New York City. Today, as we waited, I was drinking only liquor, so I'm feeling really nice. Mm-hmm. I'm feeling really nice right now.
Yeah.
Nice.
I had a C4 again, so my face is tingly still.
Mm.
Feels
Damn
good.
That's C4s.
Yeah, I don't know why. I'm telling you right now, you need to stop with the C4 because it's going to get really crazy.
I don't know. It's got like the sour kick to it that really like, I don't know. It helps. It covers the vodka, first of all. Mm-hmm. Even though it's Tito's, it's delicious vodka. It's not a big deal. But like, I don't know. When you're sipping something like that and you got that sour little twang, it's almost like a sour beer. And I really been feeling sour beers lately. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
Sours are good.
In moderation, you can't drink a lot of. You can't drink sours all night. I feel like I'd get heartburn like a motherfucker.
I was starting to get like what is it? We're clear past the time for YouTube, right?
Go for it.
Okay, because YouTube is getting crazy right
away.
Now. You get the crazy shits after a while if you're just eating, if you're drinking sours. At least for me, I have a messed up stomach, so that was the issue. I don't know if it was. I don't do enough sours to know if it was a specific brand, but I found that as I was like, I wouldn't even be done with the sour yet. I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom, man. So let's just say that although it's tasty, I kind of put the sours away for a little while.
Sours don't agree. Okay,
that's interesting. I was at a brewery this weekend, and I was mostly drinking sours.
I want to say it's just the one brand,
which is pretty good.
Yeah, I want to say the one that I was doing was a local brand. It was a specific sour, and you know how it is with those breweries; they change all the time.
Yeah,
but it was brewery locally here.
Oh, just shouting them out.
I was just
dirty.
They gave me the shits.
They gave me the shits.
They gave me the shits.
They gave me the shits. And
that's the episode
meanwhile, Johnny
title.
was having a good episode. Meanwhile, Johnny was having a good experience with it.
Like,
not with them though.
It is good, but for me,
we all got different.
It wasn't agreeing.
We all got different insights.
It was delicious.
Has
though.
that happened on multiple?
And it got me fucked up. It had me buzzed.
Though I don't know what they do.
Right.
Maybe they don't wash their hands when they make their beer, son. You got fucking dysentery from their shit and water for 3 days because you had 2 sour beers.
Nah, it was really good though.
Oh man!
You know, you could blurt out their names so that we don't give it, because all their other beers are great.
They don't make me shit water.
Oh man, great, awesome. Gonna have to give them a shot next time.
It would have made me feel like, yo, is there dairy in this?
There might
Creamy
be
beer.
Nah, not even dairy made me.
Yeah, this is different.
It was different.
It's a whole different
It
thing.
was different. So I'll drink anything but sours at first.
Okay. no sours. This is wild already. So we're not even 5 minutes into this bitch, son, and I got tears. Fuck.
Oh, man. Hopefully I'm the only person that experienced this.
We're going to have a bunch of people reach out. Like, I also shat water.
Too.
Class action lawsuit.
Class action. Bring them down.
They're small, so that would put them out of business.
Oh, that's terrible. This poor little local company.
Jesus, Walk. These people have families.
Yeah.
Leave them alone.
Leave them alone.
Yeah, my
Leave 'em
bad.
be.
Actually, they did not. But if you guys all go out and try it, and tell me what your what your
your
experience
poop
is.
consistency is like. Is it firm? Is it super broken up? And
because if your experience is like mine, we should link up. Let's talk.
We'll talk.
Oh man. But I'm normally lately I've just been doing liquor.
Let's stick to the liquor then. Yeah, that sounds like the safe play recently. I don't know that I would venture out too far from that.
This was actually this was when we first started doing the podcast when that would happen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I brought all those. I ordered them up, brought them over, and then you were like, "No, I only fuck with Pilsner," so I had all these beers to drink by my damn self.
That explains it. You had to drink them all by
I
yourself.
only do the Pilsner.
I only drink bitch ass little Pilsners, so I'll poop all the water you want. I ain't fucking with that.
Yeah, he had an Italian Pilsner. He was like, "This one I really like."
I do remember those.
This
That was delicious. That was
exactly. That's right up Dave's alley. That's what I noticed. I was like, oh, I can't get crazy with the selections with Dave here.
He started buying bland ass Coors Light. Oh, that's his default. If he doesn't know, just picks up some Coors Light, and I crush it. Don't matter.
What would Dave drink? WWDD.
Blue Light.
Yeah, Blue Light. You were the first reason why I've ever drank Blue Light. No one else has
And you
ever
fuck
given
with it.
me.
You fuck with it all the time.
Beer's beer. Beer's beer. We get drunk.
Exactly.
We have a good time. So whatever.
It's fair.
All right, let's get into some.
All right, guys. A bunch of these I just came across since the last episode on the internet. And this first question you may have seen, but I sort of modified it a little bit just to sort of, I don't know, make it a little bit tougher, perhaps. All right, so would you rather be trapped in a Walmart for 24 hours with a silverback gorilla or 5 black mamba snakes?
I didn't know where you were going with that question first.
Wait, what? I guess I don't know.
No, because you.
What am I missing? Fill me in, dog.
no,
Something's mad funny.
Gap between the black and the mamba.
Or 5 black guys. Silverback. I don't know. We can tweak the question of that.
No. You're good. It was just at first I was like,
that's
oh,
quite
where's
all
this going? Oh man. All right.
You took too long, Johnny. The liquor's hitting him hard.
No. That was just good. So would I rather be trapped in a Walmart?
A Walmart. Yep.
With 1 gorilla or 5 black mamba snakes?
Silverback gorillas are beasts, son.
Yo, they're fucking crazy.
Would
bro.
would you be hiding from the gorilla? Looking out up for the snakes? Like maybe go up top into like a shelf and try and sleep for 24 hours? Like, I don't know. Because that shit gets pissed. If it sees you, the gorilla.
How long am I trapped?
24 hours.
I would go for the black mamba snakes.
The snakes.
Do they climb?
I think they can. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100%, but I feel like there's definitely some snakes that go up into branches and shit, and I don't know if that's one of them, but I don't know if I would take that chance. I know gorillas will definitely climb that shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think
trying
of.
to sleep on shelf.
I think there's a higher probability of me surviving 24 hours, as long as it's not like the snail situation where it's actively like coming towards me at all costs.
I don't know if they're necessarily pissed off or you're just sort of they're there. You know, if you piss them off, yeah, they might come for you, but it's not like an angry
no. Yeah. No, it wasn't like a
off
specific thing. Like they are constantly coming towards you. Like I would. No, that's what I'm saying.
They're there. You know, they might be doing their own thing. They might be chilling for a day, and you're good.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Or they might stumble upon you while you're pissing and be like, "Yo."
The size of the store, I think I would last much longer with 5 black mamba snakes, where we probably wouldn't even cross paths. Just just stay high, stay high up on something.
Okay.
I don't know.
That would be my strategy, but a gorilla, a silverback gorilla, bro, like just roaming the store.
You'd be shook as fuck, son.
Oh my God. Are you fucking kidding? Like I would have to find somewhere that's just enclosed.
He'll rip that shit apart. Where are you going?
I don't know if he would, though.
Like a tent in the camping department?
I'm not talking about, I'm talking about like the tire department, how they usually have their own section or something.
Oh, the door, he'll rip that shit right off.
I'm just saying, he wants to get you, son, I would find somewhere that's enclosed with no fucking windows, no anything.
And you would just stay there for 24 hours?
Hold myself up in that bitch. So I think I would have a much easier time with 5 snakes.
You'd have to make your way there. And who's to say you won't cross paths with it?
Oh,
that'd be tough.
You have to make your way where?
To the vet?
To
wherever you're trying to get, son. If he sees you trying to make your way over to that little room, oh shit, it's
exactly why I would not choose a silverback gorilla, bro.
That's a movie right there.
Fucking haul ass across the shit. Rip your fucking arms right off.
What did you say, Johnny?
I said that's a whole movie. You trying to get from one spot of the Walmart to the other.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
That's kind of like Beast with Idris Elba, except there's a silverback gorilla in a Walmart.
Facts.
Right.
Did you watch that? Did y'all watch that, Beast?
I did not, no.
Oh, it was dope.
It was all right?
Yeah, it was
You
good.
didn't see that? Oh, I loved it. That was dope.
Yeah.
That was a good Saturday afternoon, because it's only like an hour and change, an hour and a half, maybe hour and 20 minutes. So it's a real quick Saturday afternoon. Just watch it with the probably more grown kids than the little kids. I'm pretty sure it's PG, not PG-13.
I thought it was PG-13.
Maybe.
I didn't think it was PG. I mean, it definitely wasn't R. There wasn't like crazy gore or violence or anything. It was just more scary sort of fear.
I need to curate a list.
It is rated
because
R.
That was one thing.
Yeah.
Rated R, really.
Damn. I don't remember it being that wild.
Me either. I
just had to. I have to curate a list, like I said.
Must be the blood,
so that I can remember what to watch when I have downtime. Because I always forget. I always end up forgetting what I should be watching, and then I'll waste my time on some BS.
You've been playing PS4 in your downtime now, so you haven't been fucking with probably watching too much shit other than the shit that you gotta watch.
Yeah, lately I've been playing The Last of Us, getting ready for this show. We'll have to talk about that later.
We'll get there. Okay, so you're going snakes, Johnny. What are you thinking?
This is tough. Is this a Walmart that sells shotguns?
Yeah, no, I don't think Walmart sells guns anymore. Do they? Didn't they? Like, wasn't there a whole thing where they stopped selling ammo or guns or something? Right?
Johnny, before you say this, I want you to know, black mambas climb walls
very easily.
Yep.
I thought so. Like this thing I can see that literally on a 90-degree.
Geez, not wall. Even like wall. A pole, like a wall.
Yeah, a wall.
Right. Imagine a shelf. How easily you can get up on a shelf, son.
By the way, Walmart has reversed its decision to take guns and ammo from store displays.
I still stand by my answer. Because I think it's much easier to outrun them into a safe place, where I can lock myself into this thing rather than outrun a fucking silverback gorilla.
Silverback. Let's see what a silverback.
Man.
One bite from a black mamba and you're dead.
Yep.
So even if the silverback, let's say the silverback gorilla sees you, he's not necessarily going to be hostile. Maybe he thinks you're a little bitch and he's like, oh, just fucking pet you and you got to be his bitch and like lay with him for 24 hours or something like that. Like a black mamba doesn't give a fuck. It's going to bite you and you're going to fucking die. I feel like there's a better chance if you're cool with the gorilla, if he sees you, that is, that you could maybe he should. Ooh, that's a scary picture right there. That's scary as the teeth. As long as you don't get him heated. But I feel like black mambas always heated. But a silverback gorilla could be like, oh, this is like a little baby. He's just a little thing. He's a play toy.
You didn't say it's a baby.
No. You're a baby. He would look at us as a baby, like we're just little bitches.
I guess.
Yeah. I'm going silverback. I'm gonna take my chances. If I gotta hide or. I don't know how it would go, but I'm scared of snakes with a fucking deadly passion, bro.
I know, yeah. I know you are.
Even grass snakes. I can't imagine 5 black mambas in that bitch. I'm done. I'm swinging from the rafters in Wal-Mart. I can't even handle it. Johnny's researching over there. What's it gonna be, buddy?
I think I'm still going. I'm going that route. And I'm
silverback
gorilla. Yeah, I don't know why. I think it would be easier for me to maneuver around the store, and I think they'd get more like, trapped in like the aisles and shit like that. And, knocking aisles over to try to get to me. Then they'd get like, all wrapped up in the potato chips and the and the oil sections.
Maybe you could distract them with like toys or food. Absolutely.
I'm just thinking that as it's going through me, it's not going to be as understanding of the ambiance, right? It's not like it lives in a Walmart, right? It's just in there.
Right. Mm-hmm. It's
It might be more scared of you. You could probably punk it, run at it.
Yo, if I sent it to the group, but
I mean, if it looks like that, it's pretty much game over.
we got
just
problems.
I guess that's the problem. It's a silverback gorilla is 400 pounds of just solid muscle. If it decided to, it would completely just rip you in fucking half.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. It's just like,
what's a better way to die though? Let's say worst case scenario.
That's what I was just
gorilla
thinking.
Gets you, or the snake venom, or maybe it fucking rips your head off and you're done, or it tears you, and what's gonna kill you quicker? Do you think?
I don't know what the snake mamba, the black mamba venom.
According to Ellie Driver and Kill Bill, you have like minutes if it bites you before you die. Remember Bud got bit in the trailer by the black mamba she put in the briefcase of money? He died pretty fucking quick.
Yeah.
It says within 20 minutes here on Black Mamba Facts and Photos.
That's pretty quick. I mean, it's not going to be a fun death. You're going to stop breathing and shit. Like, it's going to be wild. But like, if a gorilla rips your fucking arm off and you just bleed to death, that's going to be shitty too.
Rip your fucking face off.
I think a gorilla would definitely kill you in less than 20 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sticking by my silverback gorilla then, especially now after we researched it a little bit.
Oof.
Because the gorilla can kill you faster?
Yeah, I guess. Worst case. I don't want to suffer.
Worst case, you're going out quick,
I don't want to
right?
die in a Walmart.
All right.
Yeah.
Gorilla snakes.
Two gorillas, one snake.
2 gorillas, 1 snake.
All right.
That sounds like a porno, right?
2 gorillas, one snake.
Fucked up.
Oh, man. It's a BBW episode for sure.
100%.
What other questions do you have?
All right. A fatal 4-way death match. James Bond, Jason Bourne, John Wick, Ethan Hunt. Who comes out alive?
Who are they again?
You got James Bond, Jason Bourne,
James Bond, Bourne, Ethan Hunt,
John Wick.
John Wick.
And these are 4 dudes that we don't see lose. So this is a very tough question.
My mind is leaning towards Bond.
Really? Yeah. I was leaning towards Wick.
Really?
I was.
He's good and very. You might be right. Well, they're all very good.
They're all fucking good. That's what makes them fucking dope. Is that they just don't. They always win. I feel like let's narrow it down. Okay. I don't think Ethan Hunt can stand up to either of the 3 of them. Yeah, he does impossible missions and he's good on a motorcycle and jumps good and runs a lot. I think he's out first.
Okay.
This is a 4-way death match between the 4 of them.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. He has to think about this for a second.
Okay. So I think we're going to go through my answer first.
Go for it. Yeah.
So by process elimination, Ethan Hunt, compared to these dudes, kind of a pussy. I'm not going to lie. Even though he's badass in his own right, not here. That leaves Bond, Bourne, and Wick. I think Jason Bourne.
I'm leaning towards Bourne.
He can murk James Bond. I think Bond would get murked by Bourne.
Okay.
And then that leaves Wick and Bourne.
Why does Wick have the upper hand on Bourne?
I don't know. I feel like a MI5 agent is. I mean, they're not quite a CIA agent. Like, I don't know what kind of training they get. I mean, obviously Bond is different, but I'm comparing an MI5 agent to, I don't know, what was Bourne? He was CIA, right? He originally was like on a deep cover CIA program. I'm going to go CIA over MI5 because America. And then Wick is just fucking.
I'm thinking
he's pissed off. His dog is dead, so he's still angry. Bourne's dead. I gotta go John Wick.
I'm thinking. Excuse me. I'm thinking that I'm going more towards Bourne. So Bourne has always been one step ahead. Same with Hunt and Bond. The only real reasons I think he would take them out is they are both constantly with a team of individuals who lead them on. And
they kind of have rules, right? They both work for government agencies in their own right. So you have Wick and Bourne without sort of like, they're sort of rogues.
They're rogues, right? And Bourne, it's always one step ahead of everyone, the government, everybody, and he works by himself. Okay. And that is the one thing that both of them have to go, that have going for them.
Okay.
But I think I would give it to Bourne because I think he is just a little bit more methodical on how he is going to approach the situation.
Don't they give them medication? Excuse me. Isn't that part of like that program that he was in? They would give him those pills and shit that they would feel like. Is that like a steroid for agents? Because I don't think if John Wick got those pills that they're giving Bourne, maybe he's 4 steps ahead of everybody too.
Possibly.
I don't know. I see where you're coming from though. I feel like I had it down to Bourne and Wick, right? But okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. You kill my dog, son. I don't care if you're 5 steps ahead. You're gonna.
I feel you,
son.
but in this scenario, Bourne did not kill.
Bourne didn't kill
his dog. He already got who killed his dog.
That's true.
He's just in the fucking endless cycle that created.
Yeah. Can't get out of it. I should have got a cat.
But I don't know. I feel like if Jason Bourne,
I can see the Bourne logic.
I'm gonna have to continue with Bourne.
Okay.
I just think that
not mad at it.
No, I think that Wick is very tactical. He's he will blast his way through any situation, any
Mad
room.
Mad dudes.
But I think just the fact that Bourne, he does blast his way through things, but he's also so methodical that he may catch.
His hand-to-hand
Wick.
combat is pretty fire.
Yeah,
too.
his hand-to-hand combat is crazy.
Wix is too.
Wix is too.
Combat.
But I think if it really comes down to it, he may catch Wick slipping.
Okay.
At some point.
Johnny, weigh in here.
I'm gonna go Wick.
Okay.
Let's hear why.
Man, this is just fuck walk today. Fuck walks logic.
No, I mean, I agree with what you said, but replace every word every time you said Bourne with Wick. Because I feel like the same logic that you applied works in reverse.
The Baba Yaga.
Yeah, he's just as tactical. I think he does at other. I mean, the whole John Wick saga is him fighting against other assassins, whereas Jason Bourne mostly is running away from other government agents. Some of them assassins. Later movies.
That's a very good point.
But later movies, he was fighting other assassins, and he was ahead of them. Once he was really out of the way, then it's like send in the assassin or the other members of Treadstone or whatever. But I feel like John Wick rather is constantly only fighting the world's greatest assassins, and
That's true.
And
Very
then
good point.
just somehow miraculously and magically survives like that. And that's, I think, they both kind of have a little bit of superhumanness, but I think John Wick's is a little bit more exaggerated. And then as far as the other two, Ethan Hunt is not really a fighter straight up. I think he's reliant more on strategy and coming out on top. Yeah. I guess it would depend on how long of a heads up they had that they were fighting the four of them. Maybe he would be the smartest one and come out on top. But if it was just like they're all in a room and they open up a letter and it's on everyone's letter it says, this is it, all out war. You have to start from now. Yeah, Ethan Hunt is definitely out of there. James Bond, spoiler alert, James Bond died in the last movie, so
he kind of a bitch.
he can die. So that's what I'm gonna do.
James Bond.
I was thinking Daniel Craig.
That's I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to get too deep into the thing, because if it's Sean Connery James Bond, he can't die.
But I mean, other James Bonds, fucking Sean Connery would get fucked up by any of these three dudes. Like you have to go, Daniel Craig, because he's the hardest Bond, bro.
Yeah,
everyone else is pussy in comparison.
I definitely agree with where we ended up. It's definitely going to end up a fight between John Wick and Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like
Jason
what Johnny
Bourne is
said,
a
though,
good
because
one,
that's true. Like, it's always government officials, and there's one assassin that comes for him every movie. Like, they send in the assassin at the end, like you said, and then he fucks that dude up.
Where it's with John Wick, you're right. It's all of the assassins. That's the only people that are coming after him is assassins, and a few of them have henchmen, but it's...
And a lot of times it's multiple dudes that, while you see John Wick go fight 2-3 dudes at a time sometimes. And I don't know. I can't think of too many Bourne fights where it's mad dudes.
Either way,
mad dudes.
You made a very, very solid decision there. And you brought up some great points. Either way, I want to see this happen.
Yeah.
In a movie.
Some sort of crossover.
Jason Bourne versus John Wick?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
A Bourne Wick franchise?
Let's do all four.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
Make it into a trilogy or some shit where it's just like get to see a little bit of all of them. Like,
Yeah, that would fuck pretty hard.
Yeah,
I would
but
be
even if it came down to Jason Bourne versus John Wick,
Yeah, I would be okay with just that franchise, a Bourne,
exactly.
a Bourne Wick franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Got a
Yeah,
bone.
that'd be lit.
That'd be great. All right. So two Wicks, one Bourne.
2 Wicks, 1
2
Bourne.
Wicks, 1 Bourne.
All right, last question. Would you rather go to jail for 1 year or go to jail with a Rubik's Cube for 1 year and you can leave when it's done?
Not for 1 year.
Oh, it was just go
Yeah.
to jail. So you're imprisoned indefinitely until you can solve that Rubik's Cube. Is that
Correct.
okay?
Wait, what?
Damn. You go to jail for 1 year, just do your year and you're out, or you have a fucking life bid, but you have a Rubik's Cube with you. If you solve that Rubik's Cube, you're out of jail. No more prison.
I'd have to take the 1 year because
1 year?
I would have to take the 1 year. I've never been able to solve a Rubik's Cube, but then again, I've never placed a lot of thought into it.
You just grab it and you fuck with it and you're like,
Yeah. I think that I would have to assume they would not allow you any kind of internet because the internet would allow you to. They would give you
They'd give you the answer.
the code
immediately.
it would give you the answer on how to do this.
Yeah.
Lucky for me, Ash can solve a Rubik's Cube in under like a minute.
What does that have to
lucky
do
for
with
you?
you?
I would either have a visit, I would write her a letter. I would say, baby, what's the, because there's a certain formula that she learned to use. And she's tried to teach it to me and I just didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But now that I'm sitting in prison, I'd be like, baby, you need to teach me this one more time. And she could tell me what to do. And I would be out way before a year. Not a problem.
You think so?
100%. If I focus, like I said, I never gave a shit. I didn't want to learn. I didn't care. I was
If
like,
you have
that's
contact with
really
the outside
impressive.
world.
I mean, if I'm in solitary confinement and it's just me and this Rubik's Cube, I'm going to take the year. But if I'm not in, and I do have, I
let's
can.
take it. Let's.
He doesn't want me to
say
take the
it's-
easy way out.
Y'all
That's-
have
Yeah. No.
faith
I
in
feel
that.
you though. I feel you though.
I'm going to do the
because-
year. If I have no
because
contact, I
same
don't know
thing.
what the fuck I'm doing.
Same thing. My girl, her nephew, like has Rubik's cubes
Have
and
him
gets
come
all
visit.
the crazy ones.
Have him come visit.
and gets them all down. Like he's in a
league and shit.
in like a league for Rubik's Cube. So yeah,
wow.
I mean that's the case. I'm thinking worst case scenario, you're in this bitch. You can't contact anybody. You're out. You do it 1 year,
Okay.
or you have this Rubik's Cube. And you are out whenever you solve it, but there's no way to get any kind of.
I'll
help.
take that year
That's
to
what
get.
I'm saying.
I'll take that year to
I'll
get
take the year.
buff. I'll do push-ups, sit-ups. I'll eat right. I'll come out looking nice. That's what I'm gonna do.
That's what we say, and then we in there eating Pop-Tart.
Yeah, commissary shit. Like, yo, fucking.
I forgot what my I know a few people that went to jail. What the fuck? It was like a Pop-Tart stew or some shit. Yo,
that prison food that they make, I can't fuck with that. I'm not.
Nothing is healthy in that bitch. I bet it tastes fucking delicious though.
Yeah. No, I bet it doesn't. I mean, if that's all you have, like you have to make it taste
absolutely.
delicious.
There's some things in there where I was like, oh, that was smart. That was a good decision
Yeah.
right there.
Oh yeah, no, they do. They do some. I watched. There's a YouTube dude who he ever did like the bussin' or disgusting. That dude who clearly did prison because he knows all these fucking
knows.
fire ass recipes.
Yes.
And he makes fucking McFlurries and shit, bro. Like they get wild in there, and some of that shit I would absolutely fuck with.
Is it
And then other
bussin'
shit or disgusting. And most of that shit honestly looked bussin'. Like it looked okay, yeah. But like when they start making like, what did he make? Like it was like prison tuna tartare, and it was like fucking just like tuna fish and a bunch of shit.
Oh,
so
that's what
gross,
that's what it
dude.
was. It was
Gross.
Pop-Tart gumbo.
Oh no, the sweet shit they
All
make
the
is
sweet
doable.
shit, yeah.
The savory shit, I'm not fucking with.
No.
any of that
I'm
bullshit.
thinking that was a sweet shit too, though. I mean, it's Pop-Tarts.
You never know.
How the fuck do you make Pop-Tart gumbo with nothing sweet?
They make do. You never know what kind of bullshit they're making in prison.
You're right. Yeah. What are you doing, Johnny? I'm doing a year. I'm doing it because I don't want to put all my focus in trying to figure out this. I don't even know. Even if I did, I probably wouldn't do it.
I'm pretty sure I could solve that shit in less than a year.
Okay. Look at the big brain on Johnny.
Year, bro, every single day, 24 hours a day.
That's true.
Well, not 24, but 18 hours a day. All I got to do is focus on solving this shit.
It's easier said than done.
I know myself. I would
so.
say, I'm going to focus on this, even though it means my freedom.
For a month tops. And if I don't get it,
difficult.
Done.
I don't think it's that difficult. People solve this shit every day, all the time. It's not that difficult.
I just don't think I would sit there for hours on end.
What else do you have to
and
do?
Turning this thing. I would figure something else out.
Get
bro.
diesel, get buff, get swole.
Then you don't care about your freedom, because as soon as you solve this shit, you get out of jail. Like, there's nothing else to do and focus on. Solve this thing and you get out. Like, it's easy. I'm fucking murdering a fucking whole family or some shit if that's the case. Give me a whole lifetime. I'm out of here in 30 days.
As long as he Rubik's Cubes it, he's good. He's like, I'm going to fuck. I'll kill this family.
It's the thought when you're going in there, right? And they give you this option. It's like, you can leave whenever you solve this, or you just take 1 year and you don't have to worry about this.
If you don't solve that shit.
But if you don't solve it, you're there for however fucking long. So it's just... It's going in, like, thinking, like, how likely am I to solve this? And if I do not solve this,
I will be here indefinitely.
I am just here until I fucking solve it. I guess I get what your point is like, that could be a month. That could be
6 months.
6 months. That could be a year. That could be 2 years. That could be 5 years before I fucking solve this. How, how me knowing myself and how hyper focused I am on any task that I have, I'm not. I'm doing more than a year on this shit.
Not Johnny. He's got it. He's very.
I just don't think
seems confident.
Nah, I feel you. I don't think it's. Yeah, it can't be.
Let me do that
crazy,
year. I don't want to even have to worry about solving a Rubik's Cube. Let me go to the library.
It's been a really long time since I tried to solve a Rubik's Cube, but.
Exactly.
Pretty sure I've done it
next
at
episode.
Least once
I want you
as
to
a
start
kid.
with one.
And I'm pretty sure. I think I may have one around here. When I was younger, I remember solving it. And I know when I was older, like in my 20s or something, I had one. No, I don't even think I had internet at that time. But when I was older, I remember just getting like, I remember getting frustrated because I was like a block away or something. And so I had the wrong configuration because it was like something, not a block, but rather a row. Or it was like one row was the wrong color and everything else was right. And so I'm pretty sure that, and I don't think I've ever given it more than like a week's worth of attention. I'm pretty sure if that was the only thing I had to think of. No TV, nothing but eat, sleep, and Rubik's Cube.
Rubik's.
Pretty sure eventually I'd crack the code.
I'm not that confident. I'm taking the year. Let me just get out, do my time.
I'm with you there. I think I can solve it if I really put all my focus onto it. But
let's be honest, you're gonna be worrying about getting shanked, gang fights. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff you need to worry about. Did it say
prison? What did it say? There's a difference between the two.
This says jail.
Okay, if it's jail, yeah, I'll do a year downtown.
Yeah, a year in jail, that's fine.
Yeah. If it said in a maximum security prison, I might take that.
I'll just kind of
Rubik's Cube deal.
Put money in my commissary. Yeah, I'm not going to like.
I'm not eating
not going
lunch.
to Pelican Bay or anything.
Yeah,
just do my.
I'm knocking somebody out real quick, doing something crazy so I can be in.
Oh, he's starting prison fights now.
Okay.
If I'm in prison, I'm trying to get myself in the fucking hole, like.
Oh, you'll get in the hole real quick, son.
No, I'm trying to get myself in the hole to avoid someone from getting in my hole.
Y'all both getting in holes. That's how prison works.
Fuck.
I couldn't reach for the pause. I don't know where it was. That's all I
y'all
got.
Y'all love to just turn everything that I say into some gay shit.
I mean, you're saying it, dog. You're saying it.
I don't even know what.
That nigga gay, nigga gay, nigga gay.
Man, that goes on for a long time. That's all the questions I got, guys. I think we are done with questions. What time is it now?
It's time.
You know what it's time for. News clips.
Let's get some news
News
clips.
clips.
Johnny Quest. Yo, did you see this shit? I think actually, I think Dave might have sent this out. These photos that recently surfaced of Mr. El Chapo's wife in prison, hugged up with a new boo. What's gonna happen to her?
What's she hugged up?
Bro.
I mean, there's multiple
I mean, they were
photos of
close.
just the two of them, and the second photo, they're like he's touching her, his arm and her arm are touching, so maybe not hugged up, but prison hugged up, right?
Yeah, I guess that is a woman.
That's
right?
a couple's photo. What's that?
That is a woman, right? Because she's in prison. El Chapo's wife is in prison.
Yes,
And that is another woman in that prison. It looks like
I
straight
believe
up,
so.
Looks like a
Yes.
dude.
Yeah, yes, it's
Yeah, that motherfucker is dead. Guy, girl, whatever. That
Yeah.
motherfucker is dead. Somebody's infiltrating that prison. The second it gets to El Chapo's,
he got the
radar.
constructs
radar.
on,
Yeah.
or she got the
Yeah.
constructs on.
Nah, son. Mm-mm. Keep that shit under wraps. No photos. Shit.
I'm not taking no pictures with Chapo's
who would do
girls.
that?
Son. That's crazy. Trying
Does
to
she
get
not
I
know?
feel like he's
Maybe
gonna
she
get
doesn't
murked
know.
before anybody. Son.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Right? She's in prison. Got herself a girl taking pictures. Normally, doesn't know this is El Chapo's.
Because she looks
Wife.
younger, right? This Chapo's wife is 33. This other chick looks like she could be like 23.
It looks like she's around the same age. In my
I
opinion.
don't know. I think she could be like 22, 23.
Don't matter how old she is.
But what I'm saying is
These
because
pictures-
she's younger,
Oh, she's not gonna know.
yeah. Well, I don't know.
I
Maybe
mean,
that
in
is a
all
dude,
honesty,
yo.
I
don't know. That's a
had
full-
no idea.
That's a full beard.
The whole El
Nah.
El Chapo thing.
That's a full beard,
Regardless.
yo. I don't know. That might be
Yeah.
a dude.
Regardless, guy, girl, whatever.
It's a weird prison.
Again.
That motherfucker is dying.
Oh, 100%. I'm just
I wouldn't
saying
want
that
those
it's possible the reason why he's dumb enough to do this is that he don't even know
He
who
don't
this
know.
chick is. He don't really even know who El Chapo
Who
is,
leaked-
right?
Who leaked these photos?
Good question.
The prison.
Right?
Aren't
I
they
don't know.
going to war with El Chapo? He's trying to get his brother out. Like, there's some crazy shit going down in Mexico right now.
There
'cause
is,
they're-
and that's my question. Like, is this something that was leaked by someone else, or did this person? Because we all know, prison nowadays, people have cell phones. They have their own Instagram accounts. Did this person leak this photo themselves? Like, posted it up on their own personal page?
Wait a minute. She's in prison
What?
here in the States, right? That's
I
not
don't
in
know.
I
Mexico.
don't know.
That was the point I was trying to get to, is the fact that I know about the whole thing with El Chapo. I know what El Chapo is capable of. I had zero
Oh, yeah.
thought
this is-
or idea of what his wife looked like, or I really didn't even care that he was married. I'm sure he had women, and I'm sure he was married. I have no idea what she would have looked like.
I mean,
whereas
just for wearing a gray sweatsuit, she looks kind of good. Like, she don't look bad.
Oh, yeah. This is
I'm
in
not saying that she
Texas.
looks bad. I'm just
Ooh,
saying that
yeah.
I don't even know if I was in prison and for some reason it's a co-ed prison, let's say, theoretically, it's a co-ed prison, and I came across this girl and we start having a relationship, and if she's not honest about it, I wouldn't know that that's El Chapo's.
Agreed. Yeah.
Right. And yeah, this person is now in a
This person is
bad situation.
Yeah, this person's already dead.
Maybe he sent these photos home to be like, yo, look, I met this girl. She's so dope.
Yeah.
Oh, what's her name?
We're going to start a life together.
And then they looked it up and was like, oh, shit. This nigga's fucking with El Chapo's wife. I'm about to post that shit on the gram. That shit is dope as fuck. Whoops.
Nah, son.
Whoops.
The opposite of that.
His boys hopefully reached out to him and been like, yo, you need to cut
I don't know,
that shit
because
out,
the
son.
shit,
Just drop
shit,
it. It's
the
done.
shit reached
it's
main
out there.
news, bro. That shit is out there.
Yeah, you
That's
done.
dumb.
You got to go to
El
solitary.
Chapo said one thing the second that he heard of it: "Mata ese cabrón." Kill that motherfucker, bro.
I figured
Yep.
something along those lines.
Yep.
Dunzo. Hope
I wouldn't. I would not want to be in that situation
Nah.
at all.
No, that doesn't sound like it would be a happy place to be. Moving on to something happy. Y'all fuck with In-N-Out, right? Y'all both had In-N-Out, right? Y'all both been to Cali.
I like In-N-Out.
Yeah. I
In-N-Out's
feel
good.
good.
One of the better fast food joints.
So someone's getting closer to an In-N-Out, but for us, you know, In-N-Out famously has only been on the West Coast, mostly, at least west of the Mississippi. In-N-Out is finally expanding. They made an announcement this week. They're hitting up opening in Tennessee now.
Ooh.
Tennessee, of all fucking places, that seems like the most random spot for an In-N-Out. And especially the first one east of the Mississippi.
Yeah.
That's like, I always thought like it was, you know, like In-N-Out was on the West Coast because like it was close to its suppliers and they wanted to keep everything fresh, that whole thing. And now they're like, yeah, let's just truck it over to Tennessee and
Well, they
tell them what's up.
slowly expanded outside of California, right? So there's, I think you know the original family was like, no, we're not going to expand. They were very slow on that. Then the kids came out and they like expanded California, Nevada, Arizona, and then the grandkids came and they expanded like into Texas and shit. Like they've gone as far as like I've seen in Austin, Texas. There's In-N-Outs.
Damn.
And in a couple
In
other
Whataburger
places.
territory?
Yeah, so you know they're in that kind of Midwesty, South Midwesty area. So now they're moving a little bit upwards into Nashville, and you know it's just building out slowly. I don't know why that's where they chose. I mean, you know, Nashville's getting kind of popular lately, but let's see. Quoting here. Tennessee may seem like a slightly random place for In-N-Out to expand, but there's a logistical reason. Proximity to the Texas warehouse.
Oh, okay. So it is
ethos has
close
always
to a
been about
supplier.
quality over quantity. In-N-Out doesn't franchise, intentionally maintains a limited menu. So with the company's warehouse just a few states away, they can expand while staying true to the local family-owned culture.
That's kind of how White Castle is with the East Coast because it's family owned.
Yeah.
And
I don't think it's
not
because
even
of
East
the
Coast. That's
quality
like,
of the ingredients, though.
what'd you say?
I don't think it's because of the quality of the ingredients.
No. Not the quality, but it's family owned, and that's why you'll find all of the locations in like the New York City region, and never really branches out.
No. Northeast for the most
Yeah,
part.
it's because every single location is owned by someone in the family.
I think the Midwest too. I think that's where it started.
Is it in the Midwest?
Yeah, I feel like it did start in the Midwest,
possibly.
one of those areas.
Really?
Like near where like Dairy Queen and Minnesota and shit, or Wisconsin.
I didn't know that.
I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, but like not Food Network, but History Channel had like, they do like these random like the foods that made us and shit, and they'll do like hour-long episodes on the history of McDonald's and Burger King, and Just different fast food franchises. I'd be curious to see where the
Kansas,
first
Wichita,
White Castle was.
Kansas.
Let's see. They have 377 locations in 13 states.
Wichita, Kansas.
Yeah, with its greatest presence in the Midwest and New York metropolitan area. It was founded in 1921 in Wichita, Kansas.
Okay, Kansas, yeah, Midwest.
Be cool if y'all could hear me while I was talking.
Yeah.
Did you say Wichita, Kansas while he said Wichita, Kansas? Like, I don't know. Is it Wichita, Kansas?
Anyways, yeah, that's fun.
Well,
White
you know,
Castle.
do the magic editing where your voice is
Exactly.
one of our lips are moving, and but only one person is saying the great stuff.
That's funny. Yeah. What the fuck are we talking about? In and Out. There's another spot similar to White Castle too, Crystal. I don't know if y'all have ever had Crystal burgers.
I've never had it, but I've seen it like on YouTube. I've seen reviews and shit. Have you fucked with that before?
I have only in New Orleans. New Orleans is one of my favorite cities in the country. And yeah, the Crystal burgers, I think, are a little bit better than White Castle. But again, it could just be because that's after a night of drinking and fucking going crazy in New Orleans. And then, you know, at the end of the night, you end up at Crystal Burgers just destroying some sliders. Yeah, that goes down pretty great.
Well, if they actually like season their patties, I can see that being better than White Castle.
I can't recall. I don't know. Pretty wasted at
Because
that time.
White Castle,
crunk. You know?
White Castle is great, but like a lot of people say that, like it's definitely something that is better when you're drunk, or you like grew up on it.
Definitely same with White Castle for sure.
Yeah, it's the same thing with White Castle, but I saw a review recently that just said like, "Yo, this burger just the patty just tastes bland," and I could see that.
Yeah.
That's why I said like if they season their patty, like that's already an upper hand on White Castle. But I still fuck with White Castle. I still like White Castle quite a bit.
Y'all ever fuck with Culver's? That's a Midwest chain. I've never been
Oh
there.
yes,
I've never had it before.
I have, but not the burger. There's something else that they sell there, a pot roast sandwich. That's what it is.
Really?
Ooh,
Yeah,
that sounds
my
good.
friend used to like rave about this place because he's from like Wisconsin, Chicago area, and he used to constantly
that's where
say
they are.
like, "Oh, you don't know anything about good fast food till you had Culver's." And I'm like, "What's that? What's so good at Culver's?" He's like, "The pot roast sandwich." And I'm like, "Whoa, that's actually sounds pretty fucking amazing." It's like, "Oh, it's all this gravy dripping down," and I'm like, "Huh." And there was one time that I ended up in somewhere around an area, and it was around lunchtime. I was like, "Oh, look at that! There's a Culver's. Let me stop there." And I remember I took a photo. I called him and everything. And it was pretty good for being a fast food spot. Definitely.
Yeah.
That shit was good. A fucking pot roast sandwich.
Damn. That's the best thing about traveling is getting other fast food that you can't get where you live. I
Beef
feel like
pot
that's
roast.
special.
I think when I travel, because I don't travel as often, when I do travel, I'll see like a fast food spot, maybe like a Carl's Jr. or Jack in the Box or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And I will opt out of trying those places for a more hole in the wall.
Sure.
So
Burrito
I don't
style.
get to
Local
try those
chain.
those
Some
chains.
birria tacos.
Yeah, like anything. I just wanna try something that's
I totally
a little
feel
bit
you.
more.
But if you see a Culver's, you better fucking go.
I'll probably try. Next time I'm on the West Coast, I'll probably try a few other places that I've never tried that are probably
I've never
more
tried Jack in the
franchises.
Box. I'd like to try
I've never
a
tried a Jack in the Box either, but when I went out there for when I went out there to San Jose, I remember seeing one, wanting to go to one, and then opting in for
something else better.
Something
probably.
else. Yeah, exactly.
So you never know.
Because the only chain I wanted to try was the In-N-Out.
Yeah.
Jack in the Box, I think my favorite shit there is their curly fries. Their curly fries are a little bit, they're seasoned curly fries similar to Arby's. And for some reason, again, late at night, drunk, wasted.
You got a cheese sauce
I'm
though?
sensing
Went
a
through
trend
the, I can't remember. It's not something I would ever fuck with because of the lactose, so I can't recall if they do or they don't.
Yeah.
But it was, another good drive-through spot that hit the fucking spot with them damn curly fries. I don't even remember what I had with it, if it was like chicken tenders or a burger or what the fuck I ate. I just remember them damn fries was slapping.
Anytime that a restaurant offers seasoned curly fries,
That's
that's
the
a
option.
must.
You gotta
Yeah.
Facts.
Throw in a large of that.
Yep.
Yeah. Side tangent. Arby's sells their shit in the frozen bag. Their seasoned fries.
Yeah.
Really?
I've seen those at they don't sell them at like Wegmans, but like I think like Walmart and other like grocery
I
stores.
get it
they do maybe
at
Tops.
ShopRite over here. They don't have it at Stop and Shop, but they have it at ShopRite, and that shit is banging.
Especially in an air fryer. You air fry your fries? Is that?
I've done both. I've air fried them and I've deep fried them.
Ooh. Oh, I mean, there's no beating a deep fry, but like
Right.
if you don't want to cook the oil and shit and go through all that bullshit. Like, are they still good in the air fryer?
Yeah, they're good.
Okay.
I haven't deep fried my French fries in years. I've always opted in for the oven or now an air fryer.
Yeah, I mean the air fryer gets some shits mad crispy, but every once in a while I'll actually fry my own wings.
Yeah.
And if I do, like once the wings come out, I'll just drop some fucking fries in there. Like why not?
Yeah.
The oil's there, it's hot.
I'm not opposed. I'm just
I mean I wouldn't just cook up oil to deep fry fries for like dinner or something. I gotta have a reason.
I just use like the cast iron skillet.
Like a shallow fry.
Yeah, shallow. I remember growing up, my mom had like the official deep fryer, like, good 4 to 6 inches deep. Like we would do mad shit in there. Now I realize that was terrible for our health, but I still kind of wish I had one in the house. My sister-in-law got two like restaurant versions, restaurant style, real like drop the basket in the deep fryer in her garage.
Damn.
I was like, damn, where do I get one of those? I'll fucking put that shit in the garage.
That'd be dope, honestly, because like you don't want the crib. If you fry something in your house, it smells like fryer oil for a day or two. Like that's the shittiest thing about it. Wanting to fry shit, dude. Like if it didn't smell like that, I would fry shit all the fucking time.
Yeah. Everything in my house was what you say, shallow fried?
Yeah.
Oh, shallow fried.
We never had a deep fry. Yeah, we never had a deep fryer. My grandmother used to just take whatever bigger pot that she would have, and just put that bitch in oil and deep fry that way. But everything was shallow fried.
Sounds delicious.
It blew my mind the first time I saw my uncle, for some reason, was frying an egg with butter one time, and it blew my mind. I was like, "What are you doing? Like, how are you cooking your?" Because my mom,
there was no oil in there, like it wasn't a pot of oil.
Because my mom, that's growing up. That's how my mom made fried eggs. Was literally a shallow fry, would crack an egg in there.
I mean, I'm sure that was a bomb egg, but that's not good for your arteries.
I mean, no, my mom is not concerned about health at all when cooking.
As it should be.
Right.
As it should be.
Johnny, you know what tocino is, right?
Yeah. It's
never growing up
bacon.
in
Pork
my
fat.
life. What were you saying? What about tocino?
It's basically like little bacon, pork fat,
Yeah, pork fat.
pork belly.
Never in my life. My mom would put that shit in rice. One day she just decided like, oh yeah, I just like to cook my white rice with pork belly fat pieces.
That sounds
in there.
delicious as a motherfucker.
It sounds delicious. That shit's not healthy at all.
I mean, yeah, this is not going to win.
My mom till this day, right? And she's diabetic. She's now diabetic, and till this day, she cannot have coffee without condensed milk.
Condensed milk
as her sweetener.
Damn,
that's a Puerto Rican thing.
Yeah,
yeah. And she will not have any coffee unless it's condensed milk. And I keep telling her, like, Mom, you need to cut that shit out. This is why.
Oh, she's not gonna stop it.
No,
now,
she's
dog.
not. No,
it's way too late for that.
Absolutely. The shit is delicious.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Condensed milk is like fucking sugar paste, basically, bro. Like that's crazy. That's crazy. I'd like to try that. At least once, I'd like to have some coffee.
Dude, this was one of my fondest memories with my sleeping over my grandmother's house. My grandfather would wake up extra early and make a pot of coffee. Now, this is like the thing that looks like a sock, just boils in there. You pull it out like that type of, making
He's
coffee.
Like brewing his own cowboy coffee.
And then he would sweeten it up. I never knew what was in there, but that's what it is. It was condensed milk and made it extra sweet. Like you could barely taste any coffee. It was just sweet ass coffee. And as a kid, he would give me a cup in the morning.
And you'd be ready to go.
And I'd be happy as hell. What ended up happening is my fat ass would wake up early. Once he's done, I'd go get a cup, go back, lay down, and then when he comes down the stairs, Grandpa, can I have a cup of coffee? So I would have 2 cups.
Damn.
That shit was good as hell. For a kid, I was like, yo, this shit is sweet. This is delicious.
When I first started drinking coffee as a kid, it was just like 8 tablespoons of sugar. So it was the same idea.
I'm sure.
Same idea.
It was sweet as fuck. Mm-hmm. Now it baffles my mind that I just drink black coffee.
Pretty much, yep. I just espresso shots and shit.
Bustelo, baby.
Mm-hmm. I've had K-cups of that. It's delicious.
Shit is crazy. That shit will wire you the fuck up. If you've never had Bustelo and you like energy, please treat yourself. Johnny, you have anything else?
I don't fuck with coffee at all, so I'm not even. It's like whatever they give me is.
Yeah,
like,
he drinks the Bang energy
it.
drinks at like 8 in the morning when we're going to Comic-Con. So he gets his energy drink on.
That is absolute facts. This is another story. You may or may not have any opinions on here, but my homie, Andrew Callaghan from formerly All Gas No Brakes. Now he's on Channel 5 on YouTube. You may remember him from a whole bunch of YouTube videos where he just kind of, goes to these conventions, goes to a whole bunch of, QAnon shit he's done. He's shown up at, Stop the Steal rallies. He's also gone to like the Complex conventions, Complex Con and shit like that. Sneaker conventions. He does a lot of like really crazy interview men on the street stuff. Anyways, he recently, got some extra clout. Like he's been doing the YouTube thing for a minute and then got the YouTube and got a show on HBO. The show on HBO is called This Place Rules, which was basically kind of like behind the scenes of the shit that he does, plus a little bit of what he actually does. So it's kind of just, expanding his presence from YouTube over to HBO. Anyways, once you start getting more clout, more fame, people start coming out after you. And
of course,
now he's gotten multiple allegations of sexual improprieties.
Oh.
And
what is that? What is sexual improprieties? What is that?
I'm not. That's what I'm not really getting here, and it's like so. Anyways, he issued an apology today, which, that's where it makes me feel like this is bullshit. It's unfortunate because I fuck with the guy. He seems like a dork, but he seems also kind of cool. Like he can get along with shit. Anyways, he apparently, he was relentless in pursuing these girls, and so they just kind of gave up and had sex with him. Which I'm like, is that Is that where we're at now? Like that's the level. Like you can't keep going after. Basically they says
That's tough.
that they caved. A couple of women who came forward to claim he had sex with them only after wearing them down.
So, real quickly here, I want to lawinsider.com lists sexual impropriety as sexual impropriety means behavior, a gesture, or an expression that is seductive, sexually suggestive, or sexually demeaning to a client. So, and from what you're saying, I get what your question is like, if you pursue someone and they shut you down, right? And then you continue to pursue them and they continuously shut you down. But at some point they go, I just want you off my ass. So sure, I'm going to fuck you.
Boom. You're off the hook.
Isn't that like...
That's the only way I have sex.
Like that is...
Just got to bug them enough until they're like, all right, fine, let's do this. They start getting naked. If they willingly take their own clothes off, that's it. You got nothing.
My girl has an active case then.
She's like, yo, sexual impropriety. You better watch out.
She gets herself a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
Sexual
I'm saying.
impropriety like a motherfucker.
What is this? What is this? Is this what he's getting? Like the producers on the HBO show have already, 2 of them have denounced him. So he's probably going to lose this show.
Well, that's honestly because any negative
backlash,
yeah, it will get you. Like they don't care.
They don't want to deal with it. If it's true, if it's not, they just don't want to fuck with it. So they're like,
it just doesn't look good. It doesn't look good for you or the brand, and now you're fucked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How long ago were these cases, though? And that's the craziness. Right?
I didn't watch her video to see. It does say that one accuser allegedly demanded money from him before going public, something that he refused to cave to, which prompted her now viral video where she details an encounter with him.
So
like
here's the thing, right? Here's the thing.
Money, give me that money.
Here's the thing about this, and there's always a fine line because the victim in this, the quote unquote victim, because I don't know what went on. I don't know if these are valid accusations. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know anything.
We weren't there. We can't.
We weren't there specifically, but in these situations, like could have been it could have been 100% consensual, but now they found out. Oh, this dude is getting some clout now.
Oh, he's got an HBO show.
So
let's see if we can.
Yeah, like there's so many things that now there's so many loopholes, and these lawyers that take these cases, man, they're fucking assholes, bro.
Sharks.
That's all they want is, you definitely have a case.
You have a claim there. You got a claim. Let's do this. Let's
pursue this. And then they find this. They find this where you tell me growing up, right? And there's never a statute of limitations when it comes to this stuff, right? Because these girls could have come at him well before that. Or he could have, when he was up and coming, had no name to him. They were down 100%, but
90%,
like 90%, whatever. And then for you to give into this, I don't know. I've talked to girls in my past, like when I was younger, trying to get some ass, and they were just like straight up no for a long time. You know what I mean? Because I knew them. Blah blah blah. Like. For you to give into him, there was something there. And it was not, unless he fucking literally held you at knife point or something like that. Like had something against you to really get you into the sack. you know, where you felt like I have no out here. But it was just really like, I was just tired of him asking me.
I feel like I've had chicks sexual impropriety me before, where like they wore me down. Like maybe a chick that I'm really not trying to bang that hard, but like she's so down and she's so ready for it that you're just like, all right, fine, let's just fucking bang, dude, and get it over. Like, yeah, I've been there. So
and then they shame me because I couldn't get it up. It's like, bitch, I didn't want to fuck you in the first time. I didn't want to fuck you in the first place. This is why I can't get it up right now.
That's why I can't keep it.
Johnny is looking at us like, oh, this shit is none of this is making the episode.
You gotta cut it all. That's all cut.
I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird how like the line that's drawn.
No, I fully agree.
The line that's drawn when it comes to, you know, accusations and
he said, she said.
I was talking to, you know, one of our mutual friends, and the comment of what is it? Guilty until proven innocent is what we go by nowadays. It's not.
That's true.
It's not the other way around, the way that it's supposed to be. Now you have an accusation. You have to literally prove your innocence.
Yep.
Prove it didn't happen.
And you know what? And you know what's shitty about that too is we had an instance with Johnny Depp where he proved he was innocent, and his career is still like he's inching his way into, you know, back to where he was. Yeah. But his career is still damaged just from the accusations, even though they proved in court that she was to blame. She was the one that was, you know, abusive and not him.
And that's Johnny Depp.
And that's
imagine an average ass motherfucker.
Exactly.
Right.
Don't got a shot. Don't got a shot.
Crazy times, bro.
All right, one last story.
Yeah, please navigate us out of this bullshit.
Sexual impropriety.
So it looks like
episode title: Sexual Impropriety.
Ooh.
He's like, I don't know about that.
It looks like 6ix9ine, Tekashi 6ix9ine is like making a comeback now, and somehow is making his way back into pop culture. Funk Flex just made a statement that he's lifting the ban on 6ix9ine's music because rap is already full of snitches anyway, so it doesn't really matter. He said on Instagram, I'm no longer not playing 6ix9ine anymore. The trend amongst a lot of current rappers consists of cooperating and testifying anyway. Be clear, many of your favorite artists cooperate with law enforcement. Don't let me call names. Who we kidding? It seems that these new rappers ain't doing 10 to 20 years for nobody. They not doing 5 years. And he said only Bobby Shmurda, Rowdy Rebel, Fetty Wap, Boosie, Albie Al, Casanova, Chef G, and Young Thug are the last of the no snitch tradition. 6ix9ine, you got new music, send it over. Yeah, what y'all think about this?
I mean, I will have to, as much as I don't want to agree with him, I definitely agree with him. It's not the fact that he should play 6ix9ine. It's the fact that the hood and like rap culture, they don't practice what they preach. Yeah. There are way more people who are snitching. They've changed the laws now to where even if you agree to like, yes, okay, you lay down my involvement on this, right? The police, they tell you, yo, we know all of this stuff about you and your involvement in this. Mm-hmm. to where if you say, you know what, you're right, that was my involvement in this, and you say nothing else, but the simple fact that you agreed that this was your involvement in this situation, and you co-sign that, and they give you a deal off of that, that's snitching as well. So
that is snitching, though, right? Like you
Yes.
just confirmed everything they said, and you snitched on everything.
You cooperated with your own involvement in this situation. You told on no one else, but you agreed that this is. There's just so many things, and it's tough. I personally, I know a lot of people that have done a lot of things, and what my thought was on this is I don't know how I would handle this situation. So you know what? Don't
do
tell
no
me
shit around me, because I'm not going to jail for nobody else.
I'm not saying that.
Snitching on all y'all
That's what I'm
motherfuckers.
saying. I'm saying
Oh,
don't do no shit around me, because I ain't going to jail for you, bro.
Facts. No, and that's the thing. Is like, for me, the same thing. I have no idea how I'm going to respond in this situation. So you know what? I don't want to fucking know. Don't talk to me about anything that you're doing. Don't talk to me about your plan. Don't talk none of it. I don't want to know a damn thing.
Right. Because I'm a snitch on your ass if it comes down to it.
It's not even, I mean, I might.
That's my family, son.
That's
I ain't leaving my family for y'all
I'm a
bullshit.
snitch on your ass.
My point is I don't want to be in a position where I am possibly going to take a deal where all I did was talk about my involvement, and I agree on what my I'm not. First of all, when
you agree on your involvement, you're basically corroborating
correct
their story. So you are, in a way, even though you're not saying
correct,
even though your words are not saying so and so did it, you're saying what you said, officer, is true.
Which is snitching.
Which is why I do not want to know about anyone's involvement in anything. Don't fucking tell me a damn thing.
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know, because if I'm not directly, if it came down to it, right? Mm-hmm. If I just happened to observe something and they question me, and I'm facing 20 years and I had nothing to do with any of this shit, and I can't see my kids for 20 years, I'm not that real of a dude. I'm gonna tell you right now.
You plead the fifth. You plead the fifth, and you do like a year, son, and you're done. You're good.
Nah, man.
We telling on every motherfucker.
At this point in my life,
we too old for that bullshit.
Yeah, I'm too old for that shit.
Even the mafia, son. There's no omerta anymore. They're not. They're fucking. Ever since Sammy the Bull, they're snitching on everybody, son. There's none of that old school Goodfellas bullshit no more.
And the hood ain't as real as they used to fucking be, because you know what?
No.
6ix9ine has been out for a couple years now. I want to say we were talking about that in 2020.
Yeah, when we started.
Yeah.
This motherfucker has since been released, and you could talk all the shit. Oh, he walks around with security. I just saw something recently where he's let go his security for the past year. He just travels. Word? Yeah, he just travels, and he still does his tours.
Wow.
And he may get, one or two of the outbursts of the fact that he's a rat, but the man is alive. The man is alive, and he's free to do whatever the fuck he wants. So it's only a matter of time before no one's talking about it, and that's all you really need to do. I know people locally that have snitched, and people are calling them out, blah blah, but they're still fucking living their lives.
They're getting
and
slapped
all it really
on Instagram
takes
and shit.
I mean, that wasn't the case that I was thinking about, but
so drop some names, son.
But you know what I'm saying. But either way, I'm just saying, like, there are people who are less known on the internet,
yes.
that are going through shit like that, and all you really need is time to pass, and then nobody gives a shit anymore.
Facts.
So it's like, I don't know, bro. I'm not the one to ask on hood politics, because I
was really looking for Dave's opinion on what he thought.
I denounce all that shit.
I
denounce all that shit. Like hood politics is bullshit, bro. Bullshit.
Yeah, no, I'm in that same vein. Like I'm not, unless I'm doing something like something literally that I did. Like I murked this dude. I'm going to do a bit. Like, nah,
because
I'm not keep me away from it. Because I'm not trying to leave Cliff, son. That's my homie. I'm not going to fucking prison leaving Cliff because y'all on some bullshit, son.
Nah, man, I got kids. I've spent a lifetime avoiding bullshit.
Facts.
Avoiding bullshit. Avoiding.
I didn't go to juvie. Nothing, son. I've been good.
I don't want to know your shit. Don't fucking put it on my lap. Don't come over here with none of that shit. If you're doing some illegal shit, don't even fucking put me in the predicament. Because honestly, I don't know what I would do, and I want to keep it that way. I have no fucking clue, bro. And I want to keep it that way.
I'm not in the gang. I'm not in the mob.
If I'm questioned about anything, I want to 100% literally be like, yo, I have no idea.
Right.
I wish I knew because I would give it to you and I would be out of this situation, but I have no clue.
And I mean, we're civilians, bro. Like we're not in any gangs. We're not affiliated with nothing. Like
Civilians.
I got nothing to prove to nobody. I don't owe anybody shit.
I'm
but
not
like,
out here.
Let's say I'm a blood or something. So like, I guess I'm going to prison. Like I'm not trying to get killed for, ratting on my home, but like I'm just a dude, son, trying to do my thing.
I grew up in the hood, and I'm going to tell you right now. I grew up in the hood, and I'll tell you right now, I'm not trying to prove to anybody that I'm a real nigga. I'm not at all. Not at all, bro. Y'all live y'all life. I live my life. Y'all accept how I live my life. And the fact that I take pride in being that nerd, that whatever you want to call it, that lame, like I'll take it, whatever. I'm not trying to be, no, for real though. I'm whatever it is that you call what I am, put me in that category. That's fine. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to be. I'm no longer trying to fit in with any of that shit. And don't put me in a predicament where I'm gonna have to choose between my freedom and being a real ass nigga. Because let me tell you right now, I'll probably side with not being a real ass nigga.
Same. That's facts. You said it better than I could ever say it.
Oh man. Awesome. Y'all know me. I try not to say that at all. But this warranted it.
He speaks for me.
Word for word?
Verbatim.
Johnny, you're kind of quiet.
That's it. We done with the news, son?
That's it. Oh yeah, my bad. That was it. I laughed. That was it.
And close out the news segment, you fucker.
You usually say, so is that it? You got anything else?
That's what he was waiting for. He was waiting for
All right. Man, y'all know what the time is. HOLLYWOO. I don't even know why I said it like that. Y'all know what the time is.
Y'all know what the time is.
Y'all know what the time is.
Oh, man. One of the questions that I have right now, because I haven't seen it yet, but why is Megan so popular right now? Like, I really want to know from someone who has seen this movie. But out of 244 reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, is 95% from critics.
Megan's a horror flick, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
The audience score is out of 2,500 is 79%. But it's about an AI robot who is taken in to protect a child and goes crazy.
Does too good of a job of protecting that child, apparently.
Correct. Starts murking people.
Sounds kind of dope.
You think so?
I do think so.
It looks creepy. Like
when that shit comes on to streaming somewhere or hits up a Plex, I'm gonna fuck with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it because I want to know what.
Yeah, I want to know what the fuss is about. Like those ratings are nothing to sneeze at, bro. Like I know we don't take them for like the word of the Lord, but they're fucking. Those are good numbers, bro, for a random bullshit horror movie that looks like a piece of shit. Jesus, dude.
Look like a piece of shit.
It does look like a piece of shit. Like everything, all the marketing, I was like, oh, look at this piece of shit. And now I'm taking it seriously all of a sudden because Rotten Tomatoes has decent numbers on it.
I know, because that's exactly how I feel. Like, I was looking at that shit like, that looks mad trash. Like, that robot looks terrible. Like, why would anyone want to see this movie? Who's in it? What's the cast?
Let me see. I don't think it's anyone big.
Right, nobody major.
Oh wait, nope.
Yeah,
This
no.
is a 20.
It's M3. I think the E is a 3.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it is. Ronnie Chang is in it. That's the biggest actor.
Oh yeah,
that I know.
Ronnie
I do
Chang.
fuck with Ronnie Chang.
Is he the most famous dude in that movie?
He is.
I fuck with him, but that's a wild. That's a wild
You know
gamble
what?
that this film took. He played at Del Lago like 3 months ago.
Since
Oh, yeah?
isn't he in
Yeah.
isn't he on
Daily Show.
Daily Show, right?
Yeah.
He's funny as fuck.
Yeah, he's good.
He's very funny. Yeah.
And I followed his IG recently, and I saw that he's posting up stuff. But I thought for some reason, like, his page looks like it could be just like fake stuff that he's doing just to be funny. Because I've seen that trailer of Megan a few times, and not once did I think that he was the one that was in the hallway as she's doing that dance.
Yeah.
And then I saw it on his page. I'm like, what? No, he digitally
just,
added
like-
him there just for funny.
Like our homeboy.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh shit, wait. Okay, so now you're telling me that he's in this and that was an actual
Apparently
scene.
he really is.
I really, I don't know. It looks, I'm going to watch it. But another movie that had somewhat of a good, what's it called? I'm like spacing on my words, but another movie that a lot of people were talking about, but it was on HBO at the time, was Malignant. And I just so happened to take a look. And it's been out for a couple years. And that shit was horrible.
Yeah.
That shit was a
76.
terrible movie, though.
What'd you say?
That was a terrible movie.
Terrible. 76%
From critics.
from critics, 52% from the audience. So it's definitely
like
not,
it or hate it, it sounds like, as far as the audience score goes.
Yeah. I'm
never
gonna check
saw
it out
that. I
though.
never
I'm
saw
gonna,
that
I'm gonna
either.
check out Megan.
For sure.
I want to see what all the hype is about. I've seen worse movies.
What's
and
the
watch
number
me-
of
watch me
critics
end up liking
on what's the Rotten Tomato score for Megan?
it. For the
95?
critics, 95.
95% of critics think it's good.
Yeah. 79% of audience thinks it's good.
Good audience score still, too. It's got to be good. It's got to be. When both of those are like, yeah,
gotta
this
be
is
decent.
decent, it's got to be a decent watchable movie. What's Smile? Can you look up Smile? Because
Smile?
I recently watched Smile, and I was
As did I.
pleasantly surprised by how much I enjoyed it, honestly.
Oh, Rocco
and
just
I'm almost
reviewed that
embarrassed
on
by the
Rocco's
fact-
Reviews.
Rocco reviewed it?
Rocco reviewed it on Rocco's Reviews.
Oh, I'd see. I might have got on
80%.
Facebook too late.
80% tomato meter with 182 reviews from critics. 77% audience score from 2,500 plus. So Megan had more reviewers, more critic reviewers, and still placed it at a 95.
It's got to be good. It's like the Dark Knight of shitty horror movies. Is that what I'm hearing?
That's what it sounds like.
So
That is what it sounds like. All jokes aside,
it's the new Chucky.
it's shockingly.
It's what Chucky wanted to be, because that remake of Chucky was exactly that.
Oh, the TV show or the movie?
No, not the
Okay.
TV show. The latest Child's Play remake
Yeah.
was they twisted it to be an AI malfunction rather than a murderer's
toy.
soul
Yeah.
in the toy.
They fucked up.
I mean, this is one of the positive reviews. Quote, this won't pop up on any top 10 list by the end of the year, but for a genre film released in a month, typically reserved as a dumping ground for studios, this is all you could hope for. positive. Like, that's not a glowing review. Pleasingly stupid is another one. Like, these are, I mean, okay. I mean, it
sounds like it was a good time. It didn't take itself too seriously.
A little popcorn flick.
Yeah.
This sounds like a movie we're gonna watch.
Just
like
sometimes
Moonfall.
you see these tomato meters, and it's like 95%. Like, is this fucking Schindler's List of horror?
Right.
No,
What is
it's just
Schindler's
like
List? Can you
everybody
look
thought
up
it was-
Schindler's List and let
it
me
was
know
good
what
enough.
the percentage?
Schindler's List. Let's. Oh, what the fuck! I hate when it.
Did you put Schindler's List?
No, I put Shin and then it let's see.
SCH.
98.
Now, okay. So Schindler's List is 3% better than Megan, is what I'm hearing. All right, this movie's got to fucking fuck.
All right, so
I mean, Shawshank Redemption, 91%.
Oh, that's a worse movie
then
than
again-
Megan. Is
but
what
then
I'm-
again, Schindler's List, 98% tomato meter, 97% audience score from 250,000 ratings.
No. We're
Jesus.
skewing the results right now into our favor, so don't mention it.
Let's not mention that.
Right,
Okay, I got you. All right. So Megan sounds like a perfect candidate for our
Popcorn.
our Twitch stream movie.
First stream.
Movie
That could be a
watching
good
experience.
Party.
watch
Where
along.
where we all talk and have fun. Possibly
shit
get
about
out.
this
in the
movie.
vein of Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah.
Correct.
I like that idea.
I'm down.
I'm down to do Megan like that.
Megan.
Yeah, we're gonna do Megan. We're gonna do a few movies. We're gonna do movies in that vein where it's getting
almost
some good
CW,
reviews from
but
people,
let's
but
see how
it's, you
good
know
this
that
shit
it's
is.
gonna be a laughable fucking movie, and we have
Almost
to respond in
CW.
real time. Like, we've all seen Malignant, but Malignant is the perfect candidate.
Oh man, that would have been great to watch.
It's been a while. It's been a while, so I'm down to watch that again.
I might be down
I'm
to do that
actually
one. Yeah.
I'm actually down to do that with a guest that has never seen that movie.
I've never seen Malignant.
Oh, you've never seen
you
Malignant?
didn't?
Okay.
Oh well,
perfect.
there you go.
Perfect.
That's it.
Perfect. That is a better candidate of our first episode where we're all watching that shit together and responding to what the fuck we are seeing
Yeah.
on screen.
That's
so
funny.
good.
That's a good one. Yeah,
But-
I love it. I can't wait for this live stream to start.
Yeah, no, we're working out the details now, and we'll get to that for sure because it's gonna be a fucking blast.
Facts.
So look for information on our live stream for Twitch coming soon. We're like I just said, we're ironing out the details, and it may be a little bit of that, a little bit of just other things, similar conversations that you would find on our show, but it's gonna be a work in progress. The same way that this show was a work in progress, and now we're 3 years deep. It's just going to be extra content. But anyway, back to HOLLYWOO. That was I just really wanted to know, like, what the fuck was so great about
We
Megan.
all do. We all
that
do.
did that. Another thing, let me see. Did y'all catch the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 images of Adam Warlock?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yo, Will Poulter is
Yoked.
I did
He's
not
looking,
see
yo,
these.
he's looking yoked in that. He looks serious for sure.
Yeah, because I remember him from We're the Millers, and that's pretty much it.
Absolutely.
So, like, to see him like that is
Holy
like, whoa,
shit.
holy shit.
Okay.
I also saw him in Dope Sick. Remember, I was telling you I was watching that. He was one of the salesmen in Dope Sick, and it was really just like introducing you to him as an adult, as an actor. You know what I mean? So
Was he getting built in that? Was he a little swollen?
You can tell he was starting to get jacked.
Okay.
He was becoming more of an adult actor.
Good for him.
By that point. And he did well. He did very well in Dope Sick.
Did he play Adam Warlock in the original? Did he play Adam Warlock? I can't remember when they originally showed Adam Warlock. I don't remember if they even showed his face. You remember they showed, the gold casket where he was being built. I can't remember if they showed his face at the time. And if they did,
where was this?
But it was in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I think.
I don't remember that.
I mean, he wasn't cast until
he wasn't
after
until
that.
recently.
So I can't imagine they showed his face.
Okay, so then they probably hadn't cast him specifically. But yeah, in I think it was Guardians of the Galaxy 2 when they were battling, the people that create
the flock of gold people that were
the people that were all
CGI
covered in gold and shit. Yeah. There was like a big chamber device.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
That they were growing Adam Warlock in or whatever. That was, what everyone assumed.
Yeah, but that there was no.
But no actual person.
From what what I'm seeing here, it was just the chamber. There was nothing. They didn't show anything that was in it.
Gotcha.
And that was the assumption that they were growing Adam Warlock. And that makes sense. But he was not cast until obviously they,
after that wrapped and was done and released.
Right. Because there's been some kickback on that, but as far as people not believing Will Poulter as being an amazing actor, but all those people are starting to backtrack now because he looks dope as fuck.
Yeah. Pause.
Interesting. He said,
obviously,
the most important thing is your mental and physical health. That has to be number one. Otherwise, you end up promoting something that's unhealthy. I'm very privileged in this position. If you don't have the financial backing of a studio paying for your meals and training, I wouldn't recommend anyone do what I did to get ready for that part.
That's fair.
What's his name? I'm spacing on his actual name, but Wolverine.
Hugh Jackman?
Hugh Jackman is now.
Well, he said something similar, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, he's defending the fact that he's saying he did not take any kind of steroids when getting ready for Wolverine because people are they're just putting his name into that list of people who with the whole conversation
thing.
Yeah, well, with the whole Rogan Rock, which what brought that apart was or what King. That brought that was the Liver King. He in the conversation was like, oh well, that's why Hugh Jackman says that he doesn't want to take steroids, this time around, or he doesn't want to do the same things. He wants CGI, to make him bigger now. Mm-hmm. They were alluding to the fact that he was taking steroids before, and he doesn't want to do that now. But he's been saying no, I've never taken steroids, which it never Hugh Jackman has never been jacked to the point where I felt like, oh, he's taking fucking steroids.
Right. His head never got super big like Barry Bonds or anything like that.
Chris Hemsworth, this last time around as fucking Thor.
Yeah.
He looks like he was taking fucking steroids.
Definitely for the Hogan role.
I don't think
right. But I think he was doing the same.
I think there's different kind of steroids. Right? I think there's different kind because I remember someone telling me, I think I mentioned it before in a previous episode, someone telling me that Will Smith was taking some sort of supplements. Maybe not. Let's not call them steroids, but some sort of not legal supplements, or maybe even could be legal, but not necessarily above board supplements. When he did I Am Legend, and he wasn't hugely jacked in that, but he was ridiculously cut. No, they were saying for I Am Legend, the way that he was extra cut, they were like, that's not, like, you can't do that like regularly. Like, there's a crazy
I don't
ass
remember him
regimen
being
for that.
super cut in that to the point where it's like, oh man, did he take something?
No, he was pretty huge,
Was
but Will Smith has been, and I won't say jacked, but he's been in great shape since he did Ali.
Yeah.
And there is a lot that you can do, and your average person who does not work out or put any kind of effort into looking the way that an actor would, they really downplay what you can do naturally without that, right? So now what these actors have, and I have no idea what he took as far as, if he took steroids or not, but his physique did not look outrageous. Like the Rock is like, that is what you would think when you think like that.
That's
is
what I'm saying. Maybe
right?
that's why I'm saying maybe there's different kinds of, steroid-ish type things where some of them make you huge and some of them make you like shred water. So you're extra like ripped and you're fucking, you look mad cut. And obviously no matter what you take, you still got to put work in. Like, it's not like you take some absolutely. Fucking, needles in your ass and suddenly you grow muscles overnight. Like, you're still going to have to fucking put work in. Yeah. It ain't no spinach cans over here.
Ain't no spinach steroids in this bitch.
But because people, your average person doesn't do anything in the gym.
Yeah.
Except for
they ain't going to get nothing out of that. They're just going to get fatter.
Yeah, exactly. But I personally know people who I know 100% they don't take any steroids. But what they do is they take in a lot of protein. They know what their macros are, right? To get jacked. They put in the work, and they put in the work as far as diets go, and they get fucking huge. They get like really, really big just on their own. And it's not anything abnormal, but you know what? When you're under the public eye, people would be like, "Oh, that dude must be taking steroids." When in reality, and with these actors, they have the opportunity to have a trainer, like you said. Yeah. They have an opportunity to have a trainer that is with them at all times, that's paid for by the studio. They have a chef that will make sure that they hit their macros daily, right. And all you really have to do is not eat anything other than your chef gives you. And they stay consistent within that because it is part of their job. There is a lot that you could do so that you can look amazing under those guidelines. So a lot of people, your average person that's talking shit on the internet, that's throwing these accusations, I would want to say that that's not going to be true for every single person. Now there are those crazy ones though. Like I said, Chris Hemsworth in that last fucking Thor movie and getting ready for Hulk Hogan, he needs to get crazy big to play Hulk Hogan in a movie.
What about Zac Efron? You see new pictures of Zac Efron? He's playing some like older wrestlers, like real wrestlers.
Oh, he's jacked, and he's fucking jacked.
Fucking Diesel, bro.
And
he
gotta
be.
He said he did something, didn't he?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, there's going to be one second. There's going to be a line that you cross that makes it seem like, oh fuck, he has to be taking that.
Yeah,
he has to be taking. And
I feel like he crossed that.
And what I'm saying is like once you get lean on top of being big, once you get lean, it gives that impression of being on something bigger like that. But you can get pretty fucking far just being strategic with what you're consuming and
discipline,
having that discipline. But I'm sure he is probably taking.
Bro, if you see these pictures, he's fucking yoked.
What were you gonna say, Johnny? My bad.
I just said I thought he said that he did say that he did take something.
I think he did. He did agree that he took something.
Who?
Zac Efron.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Cause man, I forget what wrestler he's playing. Just Zac Efron, like wrestler pictures or something. Like they'll pop up.
see.
There you go.
Oh yeah, he's fucking.
There you go. That first picture there.
Yeah, he's fucking.
That.
He's fucking Jack. But also you have to throw in there that Zac Efron is known for being a big fucking dude.
He is. He's
now he just looks.
cut.
He looks like what's his name? What's the one who played the wrestler?
Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke.
Like, I'm sure Mickey Rourke was fucking roided up for the wrestler too.
Yeah, and he actually looks more jacked than the wrestler he's playing.
This what I'm saying. He got the hair though. Looks like He-Man kind of. It's like a He-Man haircut. This should be in a He-Man movie, dog. Dude, isn't there one coming out? I thought.
Oh man, I don't know, but he should be it. But he looks, and not only, and what I'm looking up right now, he doesn't look too fucking. He just looks like he's the width of his waist just looks like he's older, rather than like this one here.
Yeah, I mean that's like Baywatch when he was starving himself, bro. He was lean and fucking cut. He's bulking.
He just looks wide right now. So I don't know. I don't know if he's taking anything. But even then, like I personally think like with the right trainer and shit, you can achieve that and be good. But it's gonna suck.
Yeah,
it's gonna suck to have to eat that much and to train that hard for that.
I think you're still taking some, not steroids, but something. Sort of PEDs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something.
Some performance enhancing drug.
That ain't chicken and broccoli.
It's not anabolic steroids. You're not taking, shooting horse balls in your ass, but you're taking something.
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't know. Who knows?
We're just speechless looking at a shirtless Zac Efron over here.
No, I just know that I know what you can do with just literally eating the right macros for your body frame, and depending on what your body type is, you can achieve things that other people can't achieve. Know.
I feel like a lot of the people that say that they don't do nothing but natural are bullshit, and they do
absolutely, yeah,
some shit. Again, like, doesn't have to be needles in the ass. It could just be some pills that they're popping or some fucking shit that they're rubbing on their skin or whatever. But it's I feel like everybody does something, even if it's just fucking GNC supplements. There's something they taking.
Oh, you always, if you're working out, you have to take supplements. Like you have to take a shit ton of vitamins to make sure your body's good. But
right,
yeah, it's a thing. But whatever, man. We can talk about that shit all fucking day.
Anyways.
All right, let me see what else I have here. So Matt Reeves says he is currently quote unquote hard at work on the Batman 2 script. He says because he was asked for an update on the Batman sequel. He says, quote unquote, I mean, I can't give an update on that in terms of specifics, except to tell you that we are hard at work on the script. My partner and I, which is Mattson Tomlin, are deep in it, and I'm excited about what we're going to do.
Dope.
So, yeah, pause. Or, no homo on Matt Reeves.
Him and his partner are excited about what they're hard at work and excited about what they're going to do.
Fucking
deep into it.
I heard that Matt Reeves was supposed to meet with James Gunn and Peter Safran at some
They are.
Point
They're working soon,
which is a good sign.
Yeah, to see what's going on, and also the sequel is the Penguin series for HBO Max is supposed to tie into the Batman sequel, which nice. Matt Reeves said.
I mean, it's a good sign that none of this shit has been axed when half the 3/4 of the DC universe is getting fucking chopped up.
Yep.
So I'm feeling good. I'm excited.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's good to hear.
I can't wait for that. And I haven't heard that the Arkham Asylum series has been.
I haven't heard anything about Arkham Asylum.
I haven't heard anything that it was canceled, but if this is going to tie into the sequel, it doesn't mean that another series isn't going to tie into the sequel either. So we'll see how that goes. I'm extremely happy about that. I know Gunn is under a lot of fucking scrutiny right now because of the outcriers that we'll talk about that in a second, but I wanted to get your thoughts on it. The outcries that are screaming for the fucking Snyderverse to come back. But even though this isn't part of the DCU, I like that he has a hand to make sure that all of it is going smoothly. Yeah. Because in all honesty, James Gunn could be the reason why maybe like the first Batman, how we all agree, like it went on too long. There was a bunch of scenes that could have been cut.
Yeah.
They needed that extra, those extra eyes to be like, yo, this needs to be cut. This needs to be cut. And let's make this a little bit more of a digestible movie.
Right.
I'm happy that the next one feels like it's going to be a little bit more digestible. That's what I'm getting from this information.
You think that's what Gunn's going to do?
I hope so.
I think so. If he's meeting with them and they're making sure that things are aligning.
Yeah.
Because he's, the head of one of the heads of DC.
I was under the assumption that they're talking more like future. I don't necessarily think that James Gunn is going to dive into the Batman 2 script and be like, all right, let's cut this, chop that. Like, this is more of like a long-term, where do we see these characters going? How are they going to fold into my James Gunn DC universe?
He said he already released something saying that Matt Reeves' Batman is going to be its own entity.
Oh.
It's not being absorbed into the DCU.
Mm.
But just like
about that?
Just like Kevin Feige, though, Kevin Feige is a producer on everything that goes through Marvel, and yes, has an end say. If he doesn't like something that's in there, he has a say on whether this is going to be released as is, or I suggest you do this and that. I think he did say that Matt Reeves is going to be. I like that because Matt Reeves' Batman is free to be its own thing. I just think that with that logic, it doesn't have a long shelf life. There's going to be a beginning and an end. And I'm okay with that as long as it's well thought out. Because by the time he releases this, because Superman is the first project in this, and he's writing it himself. Let's say they're building this universe. Obviously, Justice League is going to be inevitable. This gives the Joker, because that is also going to remain its own thing. This gives the time for the Joker to wrap up. This gives time for Matt Reeves' Batman to wrap up. And it doesn't have to be absorbed into this world. This world will still remain to be its own thing. And then by the time they bring in another Batman, Matt Reeves' Batman has already wrapped up and closed up, so that there is no confusion, because he came out and said that there is going to be one unified universe, that there's not going to be X amount of Batman, blah blah blah.
So that is why they're going to let the Joker and the Batman run its course, and then the once that's done, comes together.
The DCU then brings in Batman, because they have plenty of other characters that they can play with before they throw in Batman into the mix.
That seems like they're wasting time. Like, they're just going to say, yeah, let's take a couple years to let these 2, 3, 4 years to run the course, and then we'll bring in another one.
As long as they're making money, I don't think they're wasting time.
No, I mean, they're definitely making... I'm just saying, with the idea of this conformed Marvel-style universe, it seems counterproductive.
But
they're going to be making bread, like you said, so who gives a shit? But at the same time, like, there's either the vision or there's the bread, and it sounds like they're going for the bread first and then the vision.
No, I think the
doing
Batman
both. They're
made
trying to
money.
manage doing both. They're trying to manage not blowing up what already exists that fans are very adamant about, which is the extreme success of the Batman and the pretty damn big success, unexpected, of the Joker. And they can't blow that up but they also can't bring that into the vision that they have. So they have to allow them to run concurrently.
Yeah, no, I get the cash grab. Let's fucking.
I don't think it's a cash grab, though. I don't think that's a cash grab. I mean, that's just the reality of the situation we're in.
I mean,
you would prefer
if James Gunn really had a vision,
that they dead the Batman from Matt Reeves and dead the Joker in order of the grand pursuit of this vision that we're not even aware of what the fuck is going to happen?
I mean, if that's sometimes there's sacrifices. Ask Patty Jenkins. Things need to be sacrificed.
How the fuck you gonna compare
vision.
Patty Jenkins to this bullshit?
I bring Patty Jenkins into every motherfucking thing.
I think I think really what it came down to is the Snyderverse. We already know that shit was locked up. There's nothing that could save that whole bullshit. And honestly, I think all of the crazy chopping that was going on with that was strictly to make sure that this does not connect to that. That people don't lump this in with that. The Batman was a box office success, so they can't really knock that shit off. Until it runs its course. That way, it could at least
box office and critically successful. Like not just box office, but also critically successful. Like it was a really good movie. Like you can't just dead it because you want to start this new vision.
Now this is where my thought too on why they would continue to want to release the Flash. I think that they feel like they do have something good on their hands, whether or not it's a Dark Knight, but they're releasing the Flash. Now, if let's say they allow the Batman to run its course and they are able to complete that saga, and we're all happy with it, they can possibly move forward with, again, Batman Beyond or something like that, where it isn't exactly Bruce Wayne, or it could be a different take on the character, because who knows what the plan is. We have no idea until James Gunn comes out and lets us in on that plan.
Right.
But at this point, I think that they're not just going to let go of the Batman because it was critically, like you said, critically and a box office smash. They can't let it go completely, but they can alter what they will release, which is why there is no longer a Gotham City Police series going on. But they're going to move over. They're going to move forward with the Penguin because they can mix and match what comes out and what gets mixed in, and then they can end that shit after maybe a trilogy, right? With a small Penguin, even though they're calling it a spin-off series right now, that could be one season.
If the Batman and Joker are so critically acclaimed and do so well, why cut them to begin with? My man won an Oscar. Sure. Right? Joaquin Phoenix got an Oscar for Joker, right?
Yeah, but I don't think Joker was meant to be absorbed into any kind of Batman universe, other than the fact that I think Todd Phillips planned for it to just be.
It was supposed to be standalone.
Exactly what it is. Well, it was supposed to be standalone, and then after its success, he planned. I think he had the idea all along where if this was successful, it's a trilogy. And
I just think
that thought.
I feel like sometimes when people write a story, like they write or conceive of something way beyond and way before what that story is, right? And so
sure,
because you've conceived of so much of this script, when it is a success, then it's like, well, yeah, I can extend that because I already know what happens later. I already thought of it. Correct. Like I just got to, write a full script about it now. So I could, but at the same time, does it have to be 3 movies? Maybe we just do 2 and we could wrap it up tight, doesn't have to be a full trilogy for both of them.
But they already came out and said that the Joker
that's what they originally
is
said.
Going to be a trilogy.
But that was way before James Gunn was involved. And they haven't even finished writing that movie. Part 2, right? Like they're still in pre-production on that. So they could very well, he could have a hand in saying let's do 2, or like I said, or in the Batman, maybe not the Joker, but maybe the Batman ends up only being a 2-part series instead of a trilogy. That's another one that they wanted to do a trilogy, but maybe that's why he's meeting with Matt and saying, all right, let's figure out how to wrap this up in just 2, because we got to introduce Batman into the DCU earlier than if we wait for 3. So how can we, end your saga here?
So long. That's so long. If they want to get this DC universe kicked off, they're going to wait for 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, but
Batman, why do they need Batman?
Total?
There's so many characters that James Gunn is known
Batman
for
right
doing.
Off the bat, bro.
I'm just saying, you're confusing the average audience. I know we know our shit. We know who the Batman are. Like, it's not a big deal. But, like, for your average consumer, they're still going to be like, what the fuck? And I thought that's what this was trying to avoid.
I don't think so, man.
To
We
be
talked
more
about
cohesive and
we already talked
digestible.
about Peacemakers and Guardians of the Galaxy and how successful they have been with unknown characters. I think there's absolutely a possibility that James Gunn can build a DC universe based starting with these unknown characters or less popular characters.
Bro,
the whole Marvel thing kicked off with Iron Man, who's not the most popular Marvel character.
I have all the faith in James Gunn. You guys know this.
Yes.
But the fact that I feel like it's going to take so long for him to start getting into his shit because we got to wait for the Joker and the Batman to finish off their sequels and trilogies.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I don't think he's going to have to wait to get into his shit until those sequels start. I just think that his shit is starting now. It's not going to include Superman and Batman. It's going to be starting with the lesser known characters. And then later on, you'll introduce those and you'll be like, oh shit, Batman's in the fucking whatever Swamp Thing universe
wait,
that I'm
we're only talking about Batman.
This Batman. That's not Robert Pattinson. Who the fuck is this guy?
We already forgot about him.
That's going to be evident in that.
Yeah, it'll be very evident.
It's going to be evident within that universe. And we are starting with Superman because James Gunn is currently writing.
Yeah, you're right.
Superman.
Yeah, that's true.
I like that.
So, but like you said, like it's just not going to be as confusing.
That's not Henry Cavill. Who's this Superman?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think it's a problem.
That's what my mom would say if she were sat down to watch the new Superman.
I don't think my mother-in-law wouldn't even care. She wouldn't even notice. It's like, oh, they got a new person for Superman? Look at that.
And so many people are talking shit about what's his name's Rob Pattinson's Batman. That whatever, man. At some point, what it is the stories are not going to cross, and we need to get back into that mindset again, where two stories can exist that aren't in the same fucking universe, man. We've had those movies at a time where when a movie releases, it's not expected to be a part of a universe. We need to separate that shit in our fucking minds. Now, when it comes to Batman, they're just going to, they're going to let that story ride out. It doesn't have to be absorbed into this universe. They're just not going to confuse things by creating a whole new Batman while Rob Pattinson's Batman is in its own universe, because that shit was getting confusing. They decided, we're not gonna do the Ben Affleck Batman, which is in this universe. Cool, we're gonna give it to somebody else, and then that somebody else decided, that's gonna be it's going to be a whole different character that's in this unit. But you know what? But we're gonna throw in Ben Affleck's Batman into these 2 other movies, even though we're trying to wrap this up. But wait, are we trying to wrap it? Like, that shit was confusing. And you know what? Let's bring in Michael Keaton. Let's also throw in fucking Michael Keaton into this mix. That shit is fucking insane. Now my thought on this is, like, you let Rob Pattinson's Batman go. If Michael Keaton continues to be the DCU's Batman, because it's centered around this Flash or whatever, and it's another fucking opinion on whether
Batman Beyond.
No, but I'm saying, but they can milk Michael Keaton just being a background Batman, older Batman background, until they're ready to move forward with a new a new Batman, a younger Batman, whether it's Batman Beyond or it's his son. I forget what his name is. but his son at some point takes over as well.
Damian.
So Damian, there we go. Damian Wayne. So they could go the Batman Beyond route. They could go the Damian Wayne route.
Yeah.
And just introduce a whole new Batman in general to avoid the confusion.
Yeah. I like that.
And that hasn't been done. So there can be things that are where they play around with that. There's a reason why they are choosing to stick with this new Flash. I don't think it's going to be the Dark Knight of movies, or it's going to compare with the Dark Knight. But it's probably good enough to where they want to stick with it, and there's something in there that they do want to linger around in this new DCU. Yeah. Now, keeping Ezra Miller on board, that's going to be rough. But we'll see how that plays out. But there's something in there that's keeping this shit alive. They were ready to cut the plug should shit hit the fan. But I think there's something in there where they really do not want to sever those ties. Mm-hmm. And that's why they gave him an ultimatum rather than, you know what? You're done.
You're canceled.
Yeah, you're like, no, you already brought all this shit. Your movie is done. Fuck you. Fuck everything. We're going to do this, but we're going to close it out. This whole ending is going to be remade, and we're going to close this out. But they gave him an ultimatum for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
So, I think they've played it around all of that, and they probably bobbed and weaved that into the story arc. But we'll see soon enough. We're supposed to be hearing about James Gunn's partial plan for what's to come within the next
month
or two.
Yeah,
I want to say within the next month.
Yeah,
that's a good assessment. All right, cool. That's all I really got. Y'all guys want to talk about The Last of Us for a little bit?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's touch on it.
All right, cool. So for those of you who have not seen the first episode of HBO's The Last of Us, based on the popular video game.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Peace out. We love y'all. Tune in next week where we'll have some more shit for you.
And if you played the game, you're probably good too. So
yeah, if you
feel free to stick around.
If you play the game, let me tell you, based off of this first episode, it plays pretty fucking close. You already know the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
So first initial thoughts, because I watched this show, and it is fresh in my mind because y'all know I recently got the PS4 off of Dave.
Got that PS4.
And about a week and a half to 2 weeks, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to bite the bullet. I'm going to play The Last of Us. It's probably been the last week. And
that's the PS4 Pro, right?
PS4 Pro,
PS4
yes.
Pro, yeah.
Yep.
That's not just a base-ass PS4. Yeah, that's a Pro. So.
Nice.
It was, let me tell you right now, so it's with the game being fresh in my mind. Mm-hmm. I know what the differences are between the gameplay and the show, and I thought I thought it was dope the way that they started it off. First of all, explaining what the fungus difference is between, like what the difference is between what we know to be a zombie apocalypse.
To like the virus and fungus
is.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Because with zombie apocalypse, it's always something airborne. They never really know. And with this one, in the game, they don't give that explanation like they do in the show. But, you get the little things like, oh, it's spores. It's, like they have to wear a mask during these these areas that have a spore outbreak and all this shit. They never fully explain that. And that's what the show, to me, does that is so ingenious. A lot of the major scenes so far in this first episode played it really fucking close to the gameplay. Mm-hmm. And the scenes that did not gave us a background look on something that was that was explained in the game, but we didn't see. So we got an opportunity to see that. The best example is Tess being jumped about that, you know, so in the
car
show.
battery.
Exactly, over the car battery. In the game, it was obviously a little bit different. It was about
just a
the
dialogue.
guns.
It was passing dialogue. Yeah.
It was passing
But, you
dialogues.
didn't see anything happen, right?
Correct. And there were small changes like that, but not enough to make anybody like really bat an eye on it. The things that needed to be in there were definitely really there. I also loved a little bit more of the background of the daughter because they really made you feel like, damn, you know, like he was proud, like he was a dad that, like most of us dads, it's like we get lost in the weeds. We do what we do on a daily basis. She was a great daughter, did a lot of the stuff on her own. You really felt for her, even though you felt for her in the game. In the show, more so, you know, showed a little bit more of her and gave a little bit more of that personality. I love that too.
Yeah,
it was great.
It was really great. And the fact that, like, I've played the game. I played the game when it came out. I've played it since. Like, I've played it multiple times. I know what's going to happen verbatim. And that show still had me fucking hooked. Like, I'm still, like, watching, like, oh, fuck, what the fuck? Like, I'm thinking, like, what the fuck's going to happen? And, like, I know what the fuck's going to happen. And I'm still hanging on every bit of dialogue, every scene, every shot. Like, what's different? Like, you know, when they're fucking escaping, you know, he's got his daughter and his brother, and they're in the truck. Like, I feel like in the game, when they're in that little town, the truck falls over. Yep. The truck didn't fall over in the TV show. The plane fucking crashed and knocked the truck. Like, there was just some little, you know, different things in there. But the fact that I knew what was going to happen and it still had me as fucking hooked as it did, that's what impressed me. I was really, really impressed. And poor Ash, you know, she has no idea. She was fresh. She didn't know what it was about. I was like, hey, babe, we're going to start this new show tonight. She's like, okay, she'll give anything a shot for an episode or two. And if she's not feeling it, I'll watch it. And I look over and I see her, you know, after his daughter, you know, is dead. She pretty much, you know, Ash is fucking crying. Like, there's tears coming down. Yeah. And I'm like sort of stone faced watching this, like still engrossed, but I knew it was coming. I was like, baby, I cried those tears a decade ago when I fucking first watched this. Like, as soon as I started playing this game, like, that was the first game that literally brought tears to my eye. And to know that, like, they were still able to do that, retelling that story, Pedro Pascal, like, it was so good, dude. I can't suck its dick enough. Yeah, you can make that an audio clip if you want.
Don't worry, I will.
Johnny, I think you made it seem like you weren't very impressed by it.
No, I was so impressed by this fucking show. It's been not as long as Dave, and only one time. And not as fresh as Wok. I think I played this game like 2 to 3 years ago. And unfortunately, I just got too frustrated and stopped playing because I just couldn't get past some parts, and I didn't have the time to continue with it. And that's just how I am with games in general. I just usually just don't have time to play them. I don't know why I bought this PS4 Pro. Is one of those things where, like, it came out and I was super hype on the specs and I was watching a whole bunch of videos and I was like, oh man, these games look so amazing. I'm going to fucking buy so many and play so many cool games. And then once I start doing it, I'm like, man, this shit takes a lot of time to actually get through the games. And I don't really have that time. So, and now I have even less of it. So anyways, from what I remember, while I was watching the show, so I told Joyce that, obviously Joyce has no idea what's going on. Just like Wok said, or Dave said, babe, we're going to start a new show. This is going to be the new hit for HBO. So this is going to be a good one. Let's get into it. And then I told her, by the way, it's based on a game that I played, but I didn't finish. So I don't know how the story ends. But from what I did play, it was pretty fucking great. And so I'm pretty sure, this is going to be a good show. We dive into it. As we're watching it, I'm like calling shit out, just like the meme with the Leo. I was doing it. I was like, oh shit, that I remember that. That's from the game. Like, that's a shot from the game. Yeah. That's another shot. Like, even the very first shot when she wakes up and you see the alphabet letters on the whiteboard. I'm like, I remember that. I fucking remember that. Mm-hmm. And it happened for a whole bunch of other scenes where we're like, they did this so well, like frame wise. One of my favorite things is when they're driving in the truck, because they did it in such a genius way. I kept on saying, this is so genius. This is so genius, because it felt first person. It felt like you were another person riding in the truck, but you weren't playing as Joel, right? But even like the position that they had it, the way the camera panned around and looked, it was just like if you were playing the fucking game and moving the camera around as you're driving through these areas in this cutscene, right? And so I'm like, yo, this is fucking genius how they're making this show. And if they're gonna continue doing shit like that throughout, I mean, I'm totally hyped for it.
Made it feel like you were playing the game.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
that was the shot when you were playing the game. That bouncing in the back of the truck, you're just no control. You're just along for the fucking ride, watching the chaos when they fucking ensue out the window
from the house. Because obviously I'm still fresh. I played it within the last week. From the point of the house where it's on fire. And like in my head, I even said it. I was like, when he said that's Tommy's house, and in my head I was like, oh, I hope he made it out. I hope he made it out, because that's what he said in the game. Down to the family that was on the side of the road just before they hit the highway and saw the backup, right? And saying they're like help us, yeah. And he's like, but they have a kid. He's like, we have a kid. Keep going.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Someone else will stop. Like down to those little details. I liked it better because in the game, you wake up as the daughter, the little girl, and you're walking through the house and you're looking for your dad.
Popped off.
After shit has popped off. I like that they showed a little bit of everything, and instead of waking up in the house and she's looking for the dad, and the dad came in and was like, yo, there's something wrong with the neighbors. I like the fact that, she
got to
was
know
looking
the neighbors
for the dad because of
You got to know the neighbors.
Yeah, you got to know the neighbors, and then not only that, they switched it up a little bit to where he wasn't in the game. He was like, "Yo, the neighbors are going crazy. I just saw him this morning." It went from that to, the dog coming up to the door, and then her saying like, "Oh shit, let me take you back home," and the dog's like, "I don't want to go back there,"
Right?
And you saw the craziness of the grandma in the background as she's looking the thing, and the grandma made this face.
Yeah, bro.
She did that.
Like the spores, like I thought the thing was gonna grow out of her, like the little fungi piece was gonna pop.
I don't know if a lot of people noticed that, but you noticed that old lady in the background who wasn't doing much at all just went and then she decided to leave.
No, my girl was like, "Oi."
Yes, exactly. I thought that was an added touch to then see that fucking old lady like running on all fours, because if anything chases me on all fucking fours, dude, I'm out.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
I thought that was genius. I think I
thought a lot of the shots were just like so well done, and they match so much. The scene, obviously, when his daughter passes, I knew that was coming, and even then, it was too emotional. I cried again, and my wife is crying, and she's like, "What the hell? You didn't tell me that this was gonna happen!" Like, the freaking, the girl that played Sarah, like, crushed it. Like, was so into the role that obviously my girl thought she was gonna be, the recurring character throughout the series.
Yep.
That she thought this was what the show is about. And I know in my mind, and I'm bracing myself for it, but even then, she did an amazing. By the way, did you know that that's Thandie Newton's daughter?
I could tell. The hair, honestly. She had the exact same fucking hair as Thandie Newton.
Did you know that the woman who plays Marlene is actually the person,
voice actor?
Yeah, the voice actress.
Yep.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
The other, the voice actor of Joel and the voice actor of Ellie are also, they play characters in the series.
Oh, that's
I
dope.
don't know exactly who, but they're
correct. Yeah,
they're part of it. Did you guys play far enough into the game to know why Joel is bringing Ellie anywhere? Like why they grabbed her at the end and she needed to be delivered anywhere?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was curious. I'm not going to say anything. I don't want to spoil it for
I
anybody.
am currently, like I said, I'm back at spring where they've gone through everything.
Gotcha. Okay.
And
I couldn't remember. I didn't want to say anything because I wasn't sure.
I mean,
I don't think Johnny does based on the way his face looks right now. I don't think.
Spring?
What'd you say?
What, you're back at what?
Because in the game it's like seasons. It does some time jumps.
Oh. I don't know if I got to spring.
No, you probably didn't. But he's asking specifically. Do you know why why Ellie is cargo?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw that.
Okay.
I mean, this is supposed to be spoiler alert, but
I don't know. I don't want to spoil shit that hasn't been on the show or
gotcha.
Anything like that.
Yeah, we're just talking about first episode.
Yeah.
Gotcha. But either way, I thought they did great. Even what's her name is Ellie. Oh, man, it's so bad to say, but she's just like. The actress herself, man. I don't know if I like her as Ellie, but she's still doing it justice.
I say she's got the attitude.
She doesn't
look like Ellie necessarily.
Yeah,
but I feel like she is gonna continue to.
She's gonna continue to grow it.
This is made for her, based on just like on the character she played in Game of Thrones, that badassery that she carried. Like that's Ellie.
She's definitely doing that.
For sure.
Yeah, she's doing that well.
She is doing that well. And I've gotten to the point where I've seen her like be a fucking badass.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I think she's gonna. I can't wait to see her doing that because I think as this goes along, even though she doesn't look like her or anything, I know it's gonna grow on me, and it's just gonna be the season, or it's just gonna be the shit. But again, it is because it is so fresh. And one of the things I said, I'm like, man, I couldn't believe I haven't heard the backlash of minorities taking these roles, with Pedro Pascal and his brother, which
both Hispanic.
But still, Gabriel Luna is the actor who plays Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
But those are two different looking actors from the game,
right?
Where Tommy is like a blonde haired fucking dude and shit. But I've heard there are outcries of there's gonna be, but I haven't. Then I was like, well, then good. It's
because they're not black.
They're not coming across in.
If they were, it's because they're not black. If they were black people reprising these characters, then there'd be a problem and people would be talking shit on Twitter. But, they look kind of enough like the video game characters. Their last names just happen to be of Latin descent. So people aren't going to be too upset on the socials, At least they're still white people.
Sure. And and not only that, but after playing the game, Nick Offerman is the best person to play Bill. Johnny, I don't think you know who that is, but
I mean, I've seen him in the trailer, but I have not gotten to that part.
He's talking about the game character.
No. I'm talking about the game character.
I thought we were only talking about episode 1 here, guys.
That's true. That's true. I just wanted to throw that little tidbit out there. I
just love Nick Offerman.
I love Nick Offerman too. So he's dope. But now seeing like playing the game, I was like, oh, Nick Offerman is the perfect person to play Bill.
Yep.
So I can't wait to get to that point. But this first episode, very impressed. I was extremely happy for an hour and a half episode. And now thinking about it after watching it, it needed it.
Yeah, it ended at the perfect
First 30 minutes was the outbreak, and then the next hour was how they were going, like life current as it is currently, and then why they have to get out of there.
The Fedra versus the Fireflies, they set that up.
Yeah.
No,
it went very well. I enjoyed it. It did get noticed. Joyce was like, "Is this episode like?" Or she was like, "Is this show like got long episodes?" And I was like, "I think it's just the first one is longer than normal. You know, they gotta."
That means she wasn't feeling it.
But she wasn't she wasn't mad by it. She just noticed that she was like, "Man, this is kind of long." But she was like, "Okay, yeah, you know, they got to set it up, set the base, set the story, makes sense." She ended when the show ended. She was like, "This is a good one." So.
Okay. When Sarah died, Ash was like, "I don't want to watch this anymore." I was like, "No, baby, you gotta. This is part of it. You gotta just keep going." Like she was very upset. Like she was in the same thought as Joyce. Like, you know, it was gonna be him and his daughter versus this outbreak and them surviving. And she was devastated, bro, when Sarah got killed. Like and like you said, we knew it was coming, and I was still like, "Fuck, dude!" Like that's the acting there, the clutching her, and I mean, I saw a side by side with the video game when he was also holding.
When he turned to Tommy, and Tommy was like. When he turned to Tommy, and Tommy was like, "Bro."
Yeah, he's like, didn't even try to do anything. He knew.
And they turned the camera back, and she was basically gone and limp in his arms.
She wasn't making. She kept saying like there was a noise. I don't know. She was making a noise, or she was saying something over and over. Or Pedro, somebody was doing something over and over, bro, and it was so fucking sad.
Well, it was him.
It was
him,
like,
him trying to pick her up.
Him saying, "Baby, baby."
Yeah.
So good.
He kept
so
saying,
fucking
it was good. It was very good. And I can't remember it from the game, but in the show, I noticed that they made it a point to show that Tommy was part of the Marines, their active force. He was a veteran. So
he can handle his shit out there.
And that's why when it panned to him, he killed the guard who was, you know, who obviously shot them. And then he was like, "Yo, like, I'm so, like, bro."
He knew.
Because he knew. He's seen that before. He was no stranger to it. So it was dope. It was great. Great first episode. Yeah. Can't wait.
I'm gonna, oh my God.
Every Sunday. It's a good thing.
It's must-see TV again, bro. Like, we don't have much to go by anymore. Like, this is all I have to get me through every week.
Hey man, it's a good thing football's coming to an end soon.
I mean, they're gonna skip Super Bowl Sunday, obviously, right? Like they're not gonna show an episode on Super Bowl Sunday.
They rock
right?
on Super Bowl Sunday.
Really?
Yep. I mean, depending on who's in the Super Bowl, I don't give a fuck.
That's ball. So you're gonna turn off the Super Bowl and watch The Last of Us?
I got no dogs in the game. Nah, it's streaming. I can watch it whenever.
Yeah, we can watch it.
I'll watch it right after the Super Bowl ends. Like it's not a big deal. Y'all just got to shut the fuck up about it in the group chat.
I ain't gonna watch it.
No.
I ain't gonna watch it till the next day for sure.
All we'll do is say Last of Us, and even me. I don't really watch sports ball every weekend.
This is the Super Bowl though. This is what I'm saying. It's like usually Super Bowl.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Super Bowl, I'm watching Super Bowl.
And you gather,
I'll have money
you're
on
at
it
like
too,
a
so I'll have
party.
to
You're gonna
watch
be like, "All right, guys, I'm leaving in the third quarter. I gotta go watch The Last of Us at home."
You act like I go to parties.
Yeah, that's true.
There's me watching the Super Bowl. All right,
I don't think I'm going anywhere.
You think Ash would be pissed if I was like, "All right, babe, we're gonna turn off the Super Bowl and watch a TV show." She's like, "Oh, for real? Okay."
Chances are, unless I know someone locally who's having a Super Bowl get together, I'm probably going to be at home too. Probably end up not watching the Super Bowl or watching it and then be like, 9 o'clock is here.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
unless it's the Bills. If the Bills
if the Bills are in the Super Bowl, son, I'm gonna be watching.
Then I'll be watching
shit.
it. Yeah,
good or bad.
Okay.
But if not, it's a coin toss. I might just be like, I don't know if I give a fuck about this.
He's like, but what about
you know I don't like to watch football games if I got money on it.
But that's what I'm saying. I'll have money on it for sure. No matter who's in it. I had money last year and I won.
Yeah, see? So you don't watch. Just collect that money at the end.
Nah, I like to watch my money win.
I like to watch my money go down the drain.
No, I like to watch it go up.
Oh, okay.
How did he get this far with this negative attitude of his?
I know.
Such a pessimist.
All right, guys. Do you have anything to add to this conversation?
Hell
Nah,
the fuck
watch
no.
episode 2 next Sunday, 9 o'clock, HBO. Get it.
Get ready for Twitch, y'all. It's coming.
Oh, shit.
Get ready for Twitch. We're one step closer, and it's going to be an experience. It's going to be fun.
Word.
All right. So if y'all have nothing else, guys, thank you so much for tuning into the show. If you made it this far, you fuck with us. So that means we fuck with you even harder. Thank you so much. If you are listening on Apple Podcasts, please rate, review, subscribe onto the podcast, and give us a nice little review. We love to hear from you, whether you loved us or hated us. Doesn't matter. Just let us know how you felt. Remember, if you are listening on YouTube, if you're a YouTube subscriber, give us that thumbs up, man. Subscribe to the podcast if you haven't already. And also let us know how you feel there. Go to insensitivemerch.com. Stay drippy with Drippy. Cop you some gear and stay fresh, okay? More to come there as well. On that note, peace.
Peace.